So, where do we leave it? You lot had backed out of that gorge and gone back to your hiding place under the outcropping of rock amongst the bushes on the eastern side of the Seine Valley. So we're going to say it's you're just up and breakfasting at the moment amongst the mist. So it's fairly early in the morning, and we take it from there, gents.
Mm-hmm. So are we going back to town or?
I think so, because at the moment there's no reason not to as such. I don't see that there's they know we were there, but I don't think us going away and coming back would make an awful lot of difference. It probably makes some, but
I think even some kind of heads up to Harbuck would help as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And also, what about the doggy thing? Just in case that's caused some havoc.
If it has, that's all on you.
Yeah. We've established that, Cara. That's not good. That's not good.
Just drop it in your memory.
Guilt.
Has anyone got any way to contact people?
Yeah, I can talk.
I mean, by spells.
I think I could have done, but not anymore because I just woke up.
Okay.
Are we going to investigate that flying club?
Hold that thought a second, Stu.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
Well, we've got to go back most of the way through the valley before we can circle back round, don't we?
Yeah, we've got to get all the way out of the valley.
What we could do is just go back to town and then come back and investigate. Boom. Nice and fast. Done.
It won't be fast. It'll be about 3 days, but at least a couple of days, if not 3.
I mean, in our time of, the only thing that could go wrong is Stuart starts going off on one, which could add like an hour to it. You never know.
You never know. Well, it's up to you, guys.
Div, are we woken up now, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Everyone's awake.
Oh, okay.
You've got a habit, Chris, of trying to rewind time.
Cara is confused on whether she's awake or not.
You can have a line if you want, Cara.
No, I was just double checking because I could have done something. That's all. It's all right. Continue. Not a problem.
Yeah, so, but basically, to get out of the valley, you lot have got to head south out of the valley anyway.
Yeah, well, let's go south and then.
So, Div, I can do my runes now because it's after the long.
You can if you want. Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll add them both on then.
All right, okay. The rest of while you're breakfasting, in an absolutely horrific turn of events, Jesus removes. Where are you putting them, Jesus? On your pants, one on each buttock, yeah?
No, one on my buttock and one on my forehead.
Oh, on your forehead,
buttock.
Yeah, because I got my mask on.
And they have to go.
Oh, you've got a mask, haven't you? That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, my mask.
Well, in a very disturbing turn of events, you see Jesus remove his spandex pants, which is an awful sight, and he begins to like daub, using some like some mud and bits and pieces from nearby. He begins to daub some sort of like sigils and runes on his pants and also on his mask as well.
Do you need any help with that, Jesus?
Unless you know how to carve runes.
I can try.
All right, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's fine, Brad. I can see that's been applied to your character now. I did check that it worked, so it should all be okay.
The only one thing that hasn't worked is possibly with vision, in terms of on the character sheet.
Oh, it gives you. What does it give you, mate?
120 as opposed to 60. It says the 60 on my thing, but I don't know if that's my standard, and then the effect works elsewhere.
There you go. Changed.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Right. There you go. That's very easy to do. Right. Okay. So the other thing I want to know is if you are travelling back, it's going to take at least 2 days, if not 2.5, to get back. I know some people have got like the automatic feeding of other people, the rangers or outlanders or whatever it's called. How many people can be fed without having
It's
to
the one
use
thing
up?
the good berries that's feeding us.
Oh yeah, you've got good berries as well, haven't you? Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
about
and
that.
that's the one feeding us.
Well, how about water though?
Yeah,
I'm good for water.
In addition, you find food.
We're
and fresh
walking by a
food in the
river.
south.
Why would we need water?
Someone push that cunt in it.
I can provide food and water for me and 5 others.
But it's
Exchange.
5 others, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can provide
If-
water. I pointed at
if-
the ocean. I pointed at the lake.
I to the pond.
If I did my normal cast of Goodberry, so we got our
that's
Goodberries
fine,
in the
Chris.
morning.
Yeah. I forgot that you have your daily good berries thing, so that'll sort you for food throughout the day. But like water's the other thing. I'll tell you what. While Con's got there, Ian's not around at the moment. I'll say you've got no, and exactly as Stuart kindly points out, you are right by the Lost River. So we just say there's no worries for food or water on the journey back to
Cool.
back to
I
Red
can also
Larch.
purify that water as well.
Yeah, no worries.
Is Red Larch more than 50 miles away? And would I know that?
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
left
think it's
from
more
there.
than 50, but yeah, actually, it's about it's 2-day journey. I think I'm pretty sure it's about a 2-day journey.
Okay.
Let's get the old where's the valley map? Where are you? Okay, hang on. It is actually about, and that's as the crow flies. It is about 50 miles away from where you lot are.
Perfect.
Right. Okay. So, are you going to head straight back to town by your what you know is your most direct route? Yeah.
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 Pretty much.
Everyone agree?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. Fair enough. Well, you start making your way back south. Now you're going to have to break cover basically to do so, because you've been hidden for the last couple of days, and you're going to have to break cover. Have you not got a problem with that?
No.
No.
No, if that's what we need to do, mate.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Right. You start heading back as the mist lifts. Late morning, you see 2 flying shapes launch from the top of the spire, start heading in your direction.
Cast pass without a trace. If that's all right.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on in. What's that,
Okay.
second level? So let's just tick off one of the spell slots.
Is it? Hang on. If they've launched in our direction, is there anywhere to hide or anything, Div?
Where are you? I'm saying you're kind of approaching at the moment. You've had to cross the river. I'm going to say you're close by, about an inch below V6, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there are some places to hide around there. You know, the ground's fairly rough. There's little cracks and nooks and crannies. It isn't brilliant. There's also some vegetation around the area. So there is opportunity to hide. It's not brilliant. It's not brilliant, especially if you're being tracked by the air. But
Yeah, that's what I was worried. If we're being trapped by the air, it's going to be quite difficult to hide.
right, so all right, Kara, you gather everyone round. Cast Pass
Yep.
Without Trace. It gives everyone a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks.
Mhm.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, I'm going to stealth.
Yeah.
And
Right.
hide.
So what you're doing? These two
Thank you.
these two flying creatures they're heading your way. You got a little while till they reach you.
Are we going to be hostile to them?
Do we know
Yeah.
what they are yet?
Hate everyone.
Well, they could be the people from Feathergate. The people that we fought at first were nice people. But it seems like they're just as bad as everyone else.
Mm.
Well, we should pretend we still like them. Oh,
Yeah, we should not give away that yet.
Okay.
and
We got no
so-
proof.
Right.
We got no proof that they did anything anyway, apart from the fact
That's
that
all right.
there's dead bodies crushed on the floor.
Yeah. When we get inside Feathergate, we can butcher all of them.
Fair enough.
But until then, we play nice. Yeah.
All right. So just for the minute, you're not going to hide. You're going to just continue walking as if nothing, as if everything's normal. Yeah. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. Are we in marching order, aren't we?
Yeah. Sort of loosely, as everyone's like, walking along. But if it ever comes to combat, then yeah, you're going to be in marching order. Right. Okay. These things are they're getting closer. They're coming right for you. They're beginning to dip over the top of the Howling Plateau now. You're going to try and hide, or you're going to
Spot them. I'm looking for any weapons or anything on them.
Okay, even with your excellent new vision, Phil, you can't really spot anything at that distance.
Yeah.
All right, archers, they're coming within long range of longbow shots. They're dipping lower towards you.
Hold.
I
Hold.
Dave's goading us.
Hey, okay,
Hold.
what I do is I pretend that I'm ice skating.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Right, okay. They begin to like swing like round towards you in a lazy circle, but still coming lower. It doesn't. Right, there's two of them. They're hippogriffs. Both have riders. As they get closer, they don't appear to be armed, or they don't have any weapons drawn. As you continue walking alongside the river on your little morning jaunt, you see both the hippogriffs, just about 100 feet apart. As the first one comes close to it and banks, you can see a figure waving at you. And you hear a faint shout. Hello!
Does he have
There you are.
Does he have a red health bar?
I do a very enthusiastic wave going, Henry!
He signals to the second rider, and they begin to like circle and come lower, and they land off to the side of you, about 60, 70, 80 feet away. They just land the hippogriffs near some bushes. The riders jump off. You recognise one of them. He's approaching first. It's Henry. He's approaching with some enthusiasm, and he waves again as he walks towards you. He's armed and armoured, but he's not pulling. He's not making any aggressive moves or anything like that at all. And in actual fact, he seems quite happy with him on his own, or just his mate behind him has just to come up to you. But he shouts a friendly greeting. Oh, there you guys are. We've been worried. We lost track of you in a dangerous area. Me and Bunty, we've been very worried. The lads have all been worried. I'm so glad to see you. Where you been?
On a picnic.
To the moon and back.
To the-
Yeah, to the moon and back.
Yeah. He gives a little sidelong glance at Thomas, and he goes, "Picnic?
Yeah,
Well, I did warn you. I did warn you. It was dangerous around here. Not really picnic. Not really picnic. Scenery, as it were.
no.
But you guys, we just want to thank you. You've done a splendid job with the Knolls. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Thank you. Couldn't have done it better ourselves.
They
So
had it coming.
you were watching that then?
Oh, well, we lost track of you. We saw you beginning to leave, and we thought, yeah, that's probably for the best. It's not a safe area. I like you chaps. I don't want anything horrible to happen to you. And then we lost you. We didn't know where you had gone. We were worried perhaps you had had an accident near the plateau, or well, I don't know, or some creature had got hold of you.
As Silver had
I
said,
wasn't sure.
after the Knolls, we needed a nice picnic to take our mind after killing.
Well, I can imagine it must have been hungry and thirsty work. But yes, we noticed they had gone. Obviously, when we're flying over, we fly a lot around the valley, and no one was taking pot shots at us anymore. So thank you very much.
Pleasure.
The other rider by this time has dismounted and approached. You see, it's a female, it's a girl. I'd like to introduce my girl to you, Bunty. She's been ever so excited to meet you chaps.
Hi, Bunty.
She sort of
Hello there, Bunty.
yeah, she sort of hangs back a bit, but she waves.
Ever been bathing, Bunty?
You'll probably describe her as a handsome woman.
Oh dear.
Ever been bathed in oil in a pale moonlight, Bunty?
Oh, you are awful. Yeah, but she's got it's just, marvelous girl. Come and meet the chaps. Come and meet the chaps. So she just comes over again. Henry and his girlfriend, seems to be his girlfriend, Bunty, seem to be pleased to see you, and no indication that they have any idea of any of what's been of what your suspicions, as it were, at all, or what's been going on in the last day or two. They just seem happy to see you and to see you safe.
Well, good.
So you heading off now?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just thought we'd head back home. It's been a long day.
Back to Red Larch, yes, the quaint little village.
That's it.
Marvelous. Are you staying there? Would you mind perhaps if me and a couple of lads buy you a drink there one evening? If we bump into each other?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, marvelous. Well, I won't keep you. We just needed to check. Well, we wanted to check that it was you guys, and that everything was okay.
Well, thank you for your concern, and we're glad you're okay too.
Not at all. It's lovely to see you. And
Okay, safe flying.
thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
You wave you off as you all head off down the river. Right, you watch as you're heading out the valley. You watch they just return to their mounts. They mount up, launch into the air, and with one last pass over you and a cheery wave, they sort of like head back, flap higher, but back up towards the spire.
Far
After
too
that,
friendly. Far too friendly. Definitely needs
oh,
watching.
have we lost? We've lost Chris.
What?
Your
Chris?
car has gone.
Yeah,
We
no,
can
I'm
hear-
here. I'm here. I'm
Your
here.
character's
I've just
gone from.
yeah, correct. Because my power just shut off.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's all right. Let's come back on again.
All right, cool.
All sorted. I'm loading back up, guys.
All right,
Sorry.
good stuff. Right, okay. You leave the valley without further
There's
incidents.
far too many fucking coffee fucking revels in this bag, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
Fucking hell.
Just
Don't eat them then, you weirdo.
You can't
hearing
tell
Oh,
until
Jesus.
you can't
noise.
tell until you bite into
I
it.
know. Buy some other sweets.
But I like revels. I like the strawberry ones in there, and they're roughly the same. So it
Same.
baits you in. So you have to bite it in half, and then
Just cut them. Use a knife.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's try that. Get my cheese. Where's Lee? Bring my cheese board.
I need a knife.
Oh dear.
Okay. Anyway, you leave the valley without further incident, and spends a fairly pleasant couple of days heading back along the southern part of the Sumber Hills towards the Cairn Road. You join the Cairn Road some 20 miles southeast of Red Larch, and start to make your way towards the village. You can't quite you won't quite reach there on the second day. You're sort of like through tiredness. You're forced to camp a little way away, about 10 miles or so away from the town. You decide to like head in there the following morning. As you're doing so, early on like the third day of travel, coming back, you've only been traveling for 20 minutes or so when up ahead, early in the morning on the Cairn Road, as you're following it into Red Larch, you can see a group of horses gathered round what looks like a wagon of some sort. And as you get closer, you can see that the wagon, the wheel has gone into a ditch on the side of the road. It's gone off the road, and the wheel's broken. The blokes are off their horses, and they're trying to get the wagon back on the road. As you approach, they see you, and it's sort of like they wave you down, trying to get your attention, and like calling you over.
Are there any handy bushes for suspects
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
be
say,
hiding
I'll
in?
get the bushes.
There's always bushes around here.
Are there any
So
bandit-sized bushes?
That's the nature of the area. You're kind of in the area where it's all like fields, farming fields, and stuff like that. So there's plenty of places to hide, say in the wheat field or something like that, amongst the farmers' crops. But you've been approaching. You've had a good view of these guys.
How many people are there?
You reckon you can see, right? There's 2 horses on the wagon, and there's another 3 horses on top of that. And you can see that there's 3 blokes milling around. And it looks like there's excuse me. There's another figure like sitting on the wagon as well.
I'll take to the air div.
Yeah,
Get a good bird's eye view.
the aerial cover.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. You sort of like flap of the huge flap of your wings. You lift up into the air. You see that kind of startles them a little bit, but a couple of them like look and put their hand over their eyes, like keeping an eye on you. But after a few seconds, they ignore you and Could you help us, please? Could you help us, please?
I'll march over there.
We've had an accident.
Is it still worthy to move, or is it just stuck?
Tell the man, get down off the cart, you imbecile.
It's you can see, Stu, as you get closer. It looks like it's an old woman. It's an old lady.
Yeah. But why are you trying to lift up a cart with a wagon on it and you've got someone sitting on it?
She's all wrapped up in a shawl. She's got like you can't. She's got like a cloak, a hooded cloak. She's got a hood and all that pulled up against the early chill of the morning. But
forgive my outburst, madam. Please let me help you down off the car. So
it's all right. I'm okay. It's like no. Thank you for your concern for Mother, but we'll be fine. If you could just help us like lift the wagon, lift this wheel back onto the track, we'd be awfully grateful.
I don't go
not with that big lump on the wagon.
Thank you.
I move back away from the wagon. I'm not going near it.
I'll do it. I'll grow big.
I'd like every.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
I'll definitely help.
Can I go big?
Initiative.
So Jesus, Blade, and Cara have all gone to help. While the rest of us suspicious people
I'm just abusing the old lady.
Oh, okay.
Did I see anything from the air?
There's no one else around, Dave. You've had but by the looks of things, it's all fairly it's all clear. There's no obviously poorly hidden idiots in the fields, or there's a few bushes here and there, but you're keeping a close eye on things, and you don't think there's anyone else hidden around the area. These blokes, the three blokes and their mum, to be honest with you, they do look a fairly rough lot. Fucking they're not farmers. But they do look a fairly rough lot, but I'd like everyone to make
initiative, perception, deception.
You can either choose. You can choose to make a wisdom perception check, or you can choose to make an insight check.
Ooh, insight.
Both mine are the same.
Both are 0.
Now, Stu.
Yeah.
If you can make a wisdom perception check, and Ian's not here, is he? You can make it an advantage.
Oh, can I? Thank you very much.
Yes.
What did you ask us to roll? Is that?
You can either make a wisdom perception or an insight check.
18.
How do I roll?
A 1 with a score of 1. Bonuses.
I'm half asleep.
All right, so well, obviously a lot of people are on the ball this morning. It's like, even though it's early in the morning. Right, what have we got? It's all in. Right, who made the insight? That was Jesus.
Yeah.
Right,
advantage.
Jesus, as you're like going in, some of you guys you're helping with a wagon. It's like everyone's straining at it. These the other blokes are helping with you as well. You keep looking. There's something not right about the old deer on the
She's gonna get a fucking shotgun
on the
blast
wagon
to the face.
Yeah, there's something not right about the old deer on the wagon. When she's been like giving instructions, like lift harder, lift. What are you doing, you stupid boy? To some of the other these dudes like around her. Every now and then, her voice sort of like it's as if her voice breaks every now and then and gives
like
a very
my accent.
Yeah, it gives a low. It suddenly goes a lot lower. And
Edna.
Yeah. People who have made the wisdom perception checks, especially you, Stu. One of a couple of the horses, in actual fact, a few of the horses
Are men
the
in
ones-
suits?
You're pretty sure you've seen them before. In actual fact, Stu, you're absolutely convinced that one of them is Harbuck's horse, and that the other horses belong to the deputies. Hurry up now! Come on!
They're thieves or
Harder! Lift
murderers.
harder!
What do I know with the insight?
That was about the woman. There's something. There's something
okay.
odd about the old lady.
Harbuck?
What?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about? When you said when you say the word Harbuck, the blokes helping you lift, they sort of like pause for an instant. They all look at each other.
Are you a lady?
I whisper to Soylent, why are you calling her Holberg?
That's the Harbuck's horses and his sergeant's horses.
No, these
Well,
are
maybe
our
they've
horses. These are
stolen
our
them.
horses. These are our horses. Talking about young. What are you talking about, young man? Please lift harder. We're almost done.
Move away from the wagon. I'd shout to the others.
Yeah.
All right, okay, so the people who were helping to lift, sort of like you drop the wagon back down, and it sort of like scrunches back down into the ditch. You hear some like wood splintering as like the axle gives or something, and at that you back up. The woman, the old lady tumbles off of the wagon into the road. And you can see her skirts of like sort of petticoats have all come up, sort of thing, and you see a very unladylike pair of hairy legs and knobbly knees, like underneath the skirt. The ruffians who are with her, they sort of like back up against the back up against the wagon, like not sure what to do. They're looking at you, and they look quite nervous.
Are they? They're obviously not any of Harbuck's guards, are they?
No,
sergeants
they're
rather.
not.
They're either thieves or they've killed them all.
Yeah.
Right, you see
Step down. Let's move in closer. Apprehend these, I say.
To me, unhappy, rape. Right, the three
Jesus, punch this one. Dog punch this old woman.
Well, the three blokes, they're sort of like lifting their they're not going for weapons and all that. They're just lifting their hands up. But they look quite nervous of you. It's like, don't hurt us. We haven't done anything wrong.
I go around to the back of the wagon, Div, and
Can I grapple
see what's
the old
in there.
lady?
You can, if you wish to, or do you just want to punch her as?
No, I'll just grapple her so she can't go anywhere.
Go on then, mate.
He's gonna cot death her.
Just a question though: does the damage automatically work, or can I forego the damage?
You can do the damage. The damage is you're going to hurt her, but it'll be subdue. You can choose whenever.
No, but I mean, can I choose not to do that damage because that damage is kind of automatic every round if I'm grappling?
Oh no, you can choose not. Oh yeah, you can choose not to hurt her. You can just hold the poor old lady still.
Okay.
Right, so it's a post strength check, yeah.
It is.
Better not lose this.
I'm going to fucking laugh my head off, mate.
Embarrassing.
Go on, Brad.
This one.
Right, okay.
Oh.
She staggers to her feet. The Rev shouts, punch the old lady. And Jesus moves in to grapple the old woman. Right, Brad, as you approach, she sort of like flaps at you with her
Dave?
hands. And you get hold of her. Yes,
So,
mate.
so from my vantage point, I've not, I can't really hear anything, or can I?
Yeah, you could hear. There's no wind or anything like that, mate.
Ah,
So you can hear
He
what's
wanted an
going on.
excuse to start shooting.
But you, can, you don't really know what's going on, Dave. You're looking down like, what the fuck is
Well,
going
that's what
on?
I'm
Right?
thinking.
It looks like the three blokes have suddenly surrendered, and then all of a sudden, Jesus has gone mental. And has,
I haven't gone mental. I'm not doing anything crazy. I've just walked up to her, grabbed her, and gone, lady,
has jumped on the old lady and has grappled her to the floor. Perhaps
I
these,
haven't grappled her to the floor. I've just grabbed hold of her so she can't go anywhere.
perhaps
All right.
these
I haven't
strange.
raged or anything else. I haven't gone crazy. It's all
Put her
right.
in an arm lock. mate.
Jesus, ride her.
My role would have been much
All
higher
right,
if I'd actually.
Perhaps
all the other
these
stuff.
strange symbols that he's been daubing on his pants the last couple of days have driven him mad.
The guys look like they've surrendered, yeah?
Dave, as from your vantage point up high, although you can't really see what's going on below or have no idea, as you're looking towards the town, you have a fairly good view of the town. A couple of miles down the road, you can see a couple of riders approaching.
Okay.
They're still a fair way away at the moment, but from the town, and they look like they're approaching pretty fast. They're driving their mounts hard.
We got incoming, riders incoming, I shout out. I'm going to draw my bow and arrow and I'm going to go towards the riders.
Right, okay. Fine. In the meantime, the three guys, they're still backed up against the broken wagon with their hands up. That they're making absolutely no aggressive moves at all. Jesus, you've got hold of this old dear.
Yeah, but she's not an old dear, is she?
You're not an old lady, are you? Right. She's struggling against you. You
I
can
say to Blade, she may have hairy legs, but the dwarf women have got hairy legs, so let's not be mean.
now you've got hold of her, and up close you can see she had like a hood and everything like pulled up around her. You can kind of catch a glimpse of a part of her face, and yeah, it doesn't look very feminine to you.
Well, I can see an Adam's apple.
Yeah, it's in actual fact, she's
Would it
looks
convince me even if she had
like
a beard?
she might even have a beard.
But that still wouldn't convince me I'm a dwarf. lady, you're gonna have to wait.
Right, she
I'm not convinced she's a man. Sorry.
right, she gives up. She gives up struggling.
If I want to search the back of the wagon.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, Phil. Sorry, you've gone onto the back of that. The back of the wagon is full of there's some clothing. There's some like travel cases, like full of men's clothes. Some money, some food. You know, bits and pieces packed for a journey, a long journey, by the looks of things.
So I'll say to her, so why are you leaving?
She kind of stopped struggling in Jesus's grasp, and she like throws the hood back, and Stu, you immediately recognise it's Galkurt, the barber, who was one of the people
suspected of being
yeah, he was actually under suspicion of killing these people that you found in the caves underneath the town.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, he was one of the people who first, you know, this secret society, as it were. It's him, and he's just like he looks pretty like resigned. He can't get away from Jesus, who's got him in like headlock sort of thing. He's going nowhere.
I said to him, who are these? These your boys or these your help?
One of the blokes goes, "Oh, no, we got nothing to do with him. He's just paying us to get him out of town."
But you know who he is.
Well, it's the barber, isn't he?
But you know what he's done, is what I meant.
What do you mean? What, dressed up as a bird?
What has he
A bit,
done?
a bit weird, but
Where are these horses from? I shout from the wagon.
no, they're ours. Just could we go, please? Can we
No,
take? Could we
they're
go,
not
please?
yours.
We've done nothing.
These are Harbuck's horses.
Who's that? Never
The
heard of him.
The town sergeant,
Town
Right.
sheriff.
deputy.
Right. Okay. You're keeping hold of these blokes. You're not letting them go anywhere.
No.
The three blokes are like protesting. They're protesting their innocence. Galka, the barber, he's not saying anything. He's just slumped. He's actually slumped to the floor now, Brad. Just sitting there, looking very dejected. Every now and then he waves his hands at Rhapsody. Could you just leave my things alone, please?
No.
No.
Start scattering them
minutes
across the
later.
floor.
Right,
Have a closer check.
Dave, you've had your bow drawn and you've been flying towards these riders who are pelting down the road towards you. As they get closer, you can see it's a couple of figures. They're riding little donkeys, and they're really fast. Like they're really pushing these little donkeys. They look like they look like a couple of big blokes on tiny, stupid little donkeys riding along really quickly. As they get closer, you can see it's Harbuck and one of the deputies, John, looking very angry indeed. As they see you, like they see the wagon, they slow up.
Okay, cool.
And they approach you guys. Harbuck jumps off the donkey. He's like twice the size of it. It looks like a right idiot. It's like big blokes on children's bikes sort of thing. And he goes, "Oh, am I glad to see you lot?"
And I'm talking to the three people, and I say, and there, that's Harbuck. Explain yourself to him.
It, my horse. Right, he's looking at these
What's
three
the
blokes.
punishment for horse theft? Do we hang them?
This lady
Well-
said that.
So eager. Hang them.
Harbuck looks sternly at these three blokes. He goes, "It depends. Well, it depends on whose horse they steal." And looks very upset at the whole proceedings. He goes, "You three, you're in trouble. John, round them up. We're taking them back into town." Right, he looks round. He takes a closer look at this figure sitting in his dress and God knows what, sitting on the floor. He just looks at it, like shakes his head. Like Galka the barber is sitting there. He looks pretty much resigned and fucking he's all deflated. Right, you on your feet, back into town. Oh, right. Where have you lot been? We're really glad to see
Picnicking.
you.
Picnic.
No, Jesus, we can tell him the truth.
Oh, okay. fair.
Not in front of these lot, though. Not in front of the prisoners.
True.
Yes, sure. Come on, let's head back into town. You can help me take, bring these lot in. And then tell me what's going on over some breakfast. Come on, in we go.
The plan.
Can we sort this cart out?
He goes, leave it here. He's looking over it. He goes, "Oh, the axle's busted. We'll send someone out to sort it
Okay,
out."
cool.
If
No
I
worries.
seize the money that's in the back, just to keep it safe.
Seize it.
All right, okay. There's a small amount of coin and bits and pieces in there, Phil. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's in there.
Yeah.
Later on, mate. All right,
Okay.
no worries. Okay, and with that, the final part of your journey is you escorting these ne'er-do-wells and the barber dressed as an old lady back into Red Larch. Harbuck says, "Right, okay, I'll meet you at the inn. We can discuss things over food and a beer at the inn.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Who was it?
Right. So, what are you going to tell him, or and what you're up to? I know Con's eager to head to the that weapons shop,
Shop.
the Harbuck that sells all the gear.
No, I'm gonna head to the inn, grab some breakfast, and wait for Harbuck then.
Sure.
I'm going with Thomas.
Right. Who is it? Where is he?
Is there any danger of telling him the truth? I don't think there is there?
Yeah, we're gonna tell him the truth.
Right. Okay. So Con, you're heading to, I think it's Ironhead Arms.
Indeed.
He was the
And me, I
guy who
guess.
said he was going to get you bits and
Had I
pieces.
paid for it already?
I can't remember, mate. Had you
think-
paid
I
for
think
all of it,
you did.
or had
I
paid for a
think you
bit of
had.
it?
I think you had.
Hadn't you
I
borrowed gold off people to pay for it?
don't know if I borrowed gold off of people. That was in the last game.
Yeah, you had 100 gold off
Okay.
me.
I can have a look at who's got what in the inventory sheet on the party sheet. Right, Soylent's rich. Well, sort of. Blade's rich. Now, Thomas, you've still got a fair amount of gold here, mate. Almost as much as
So maybe I
Blade
didn't
and
pay for it.
the other. So, looking at that, I really can't remember. I don't know if anyone else can, but I don't think that you paid for it, mate,
No worries.
because you've got as much gold, for example, as Stu and Blade and everybody else, really.
No
Ian's
worries.
rich.
I just
Anyone-
couldn't remember.
Yeah. If you have, and we look back, I'll try and look back. I'll try and remember. I'll just refund you the money, mate. But right, so that's I think it's 75 gold, isn't it? For a hand crossbow.
Yeah, I want to get some arrows and
need to
some
get
bolts
some
and all of that stuff.
Bolts
to
and
make,
stuff. Yeah.
and cases.
Yes.
So
Right. So
do I just remove the 75 off of
yeah, just take 75 off of your gold
135?
total.
Did I also do a bow there?
Did I do what, Brad?
Did I have a bow? Would I have a bow there for me? Bow and arrows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've forgotten how you add it, Dave. I know you have to drag and drop it over, but from where? From the book.
To make okay, so to make it easy for you, Con, and people can just remember how to do this. So you need your inventory page open.
Yeah, I've got that open.
Have you got the items menu open? Yeah.
Items? No.
Yeah. Right.
That's
So
right. I wasn't sure where I'd go to find that.
under campaign on the right hand side, there'll be an items
okay.
menu. Open that up and then just search crossbow. Type crossbow, hit return, and there's loads of things like crossbow bolts, and the hand crossbow should be down there somewhere. I can see it.
Are they normal price?
Yes.
I take the red thing and drop it onto my character sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hand crossbow. Grab the red thing, drop it onto your inventory. There you go.
Now,
Is it equipped? It is equipped. So that should have popped up in your actions tab, Con.
yeah, as mate, I just now
Yeah.
need to buy.
So you now need crossbow bolts, but you also need one case for every group of 20. Yes.
I was going to get some more arrows as well.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm down to just 39, so I want to go back up.
Right.
To...
So you're on 39 arrows, but you've got three. I think you've got 3 quivers, so you can have a total of 60 arrows.
Yeah. Can I get another quiver? So I get 4 of each. So I've got. Or are you going to say I can't carry that much?
No, we're just doing it easy because what you're going to end up with 4 quivers and 4 cases of crossbow bolt. I'm
Well,
not. I'm not.
Ian seems to carry about
Yeah,
130 torches, mate.
I'm not being. I'm not being really strict. As long as you've bought enough quivers to hold the arrows and you've got enough cases to hold the crossbow bolts, then you can
Then
carry.
I can do it. Right. So I'm going to
What
buy.
you like, mate.
I'm going to buy another quiver, enough arrows to go in there, and then I'm going to buy 4 cases and 4 bolts, and then I'll just remove that off. Yeah.
Right. So let's have a look. Another quiver. So how much is that? The quiver's 1 gold, Con.
Yeah. Let me just add that up. I think it's going to come to.
Crossbow gold bolt case is 1 gold, so that's 4 of those. That's 5 for the quiver and the cases. 5 gold.
Okay.
I'll say you just need. I'll say you need 20 arrows, mate, and it will be. It
That's
give you
another gold piece, and then
it give you 21 for the price of 20. There you go. Very generous.
Oh, that does remind me. I do need more arrows as well.
Yeah, you're running low as well.
Buy 2, mate, because I need 40 arrows.
Oh, what were you down to? 39.
I'm
Oh
down
yeah,
to
2.
39.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's going to be right there, another 1, and then 4 gold pieces for the bolts. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm down to 50 gold, and then I just need to drag them over and drop them in. Yeah.
Yes.
So I need 30 arrows, Div. Or 31 arrows to fill up my 3 quivers.
Oh, you just want to fill your quiver up, yeah, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, I need 31.
All right. Do it at 15 silver, Dave.
15 silver. Cool. I'll do
Yeah.
that now.
Are you all right, Con, with dragging stuff over? I'll just watch you do it. So
Sorry. Do I just change the number from 1 to 4, or do I just drag 4 cases across?
you can do either, mate. But you can change the number on the left-hand side to 4, from 1 to 4, if you want. Or yeah, you can drag and drop. Either way. Okay, that's cool.
I can wait there.
Give yourself 4 quivers.
Yeah, I need to find get the quiver.
Or because it's already on your sheet, Con, you can just change 3 to 4, mate. It'll work the weight out and all that sort of stuff for you.
Done.
There's a little message for everybody in chat from Cara as well, from Chris.
I've got 1, thanks, mate.
I think I got 1 as
Cool,
well.
mate. Cool.
Yeah, go on.
Nice one. Cool.
No, I don't think I don't have one.
Okay.
Sorry, Brad. We finished Con off and then
I was jumping it all in now. I was just going by for what you said and then we'll paired it all up.
Cool. Right, so I'll just make your total arrows 80, Con.
Yeah, I've done it already.
Yeah.
I can't find bolts though.
Crossbow, type crossbow, or type bolts. It's the first thing that comes up.
So am I getting one, Chris?
Let me just check with Phil and Stu.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then I'll let you know, mate, and just make a decision on that. I've only got 1 to share out.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I've done.
Want me to do it, Con?
Yeah, I've messed up.
I've got a potion of healing.
All right, Phil. Cheers, mate. Yeah, go on, Keith. Have it, because Stu's got loads of healing stuff. I'm sure he's still got a potion as well. So
Deal with it by
There you go. So you've got 80 arrows, 80 arrows, Colin, 80 crossbow bolts.
Cheers,
You've got
Chris.
four quivers, 4 crossbow cases. That's all cool.
no worries, mate.
all good. I'm done.
Yeah,
Cheers.
you done?
Yeah, thanks,
And
man.
you sorted out your coinage, yeah, Con?
Yeah, I'm down to from 135 down to 50 gold.
Yeah, I see that. Lovely. Thank you. Right, so silver had also, you took your 15 silver off you.
Yep. I paid in copper.
3 lots of 20 arrows, 60 in total. You got your 3 quivers, yeah? Yes,
Yep,
that's fine.
yep.
Yeah, all good. Right, and
Cool.
Brad, are you all right for Jesus? You okay?
Almost. I've just got to just going to drag in this. Just on the actual weapon part where it says 0 ammo. I've dragged all the things into the inventory.
Is that right? You've got 3 quivers, yeah, and 3 sets of 20 arrows, so that's a 60 in total.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just
Right.
wanted the actual bow, yeah? I see
Yeah,
you've got a short bow, yeah?
No, that's what I've just dragged in. That's what I mean with that as well. So the short bow and the 60 arrows. 3
Yeah.
quivers.
They're on there. I just if you check your actions, the short bow should have been added.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
it's got 0 ammo there. Do I just type in the ammo number?
Yeah, just type in 60, mate.
Oh yeah, cool.
All good.
Yeah, that looks like it. And then money, so it's
Yeah, then just knock off.
45.
I trust you lot to do it. Yeah,
31.
probably. So silver's back to
31
60. Yeah, he's done that. That's good. Let me just check Con's ammo situation on his actions tab. Yes, loads. Right, okay.
Did
Yes, mate.
if I was to do a pack weapon longbow, would I need to buy arrows for it, or does that come with arrows?
You need arrows, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, because with the improved pack weapon, you can create missile weapons, can't you?
Yeah,
Is it a bow or crossbow? You can.
I can get a longbow with the improved one, and
Yeah, 'cause
crossbows,
You're
but not comrades one. I can't get a hand crossbow.
No, you're automatically proficient with your pack weapons as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You do need to buy ammo for it, Bill. Though, yes.
Okay. All right. I might buy some arrows as well.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Anyone who wants to do a bit of spot of shopping at the moment, just let us all know. And if anyone's having trouble with how to do it, just shout, and I'll help people out.
I put an order in for a fur-lined bedroll.
A fur-lined bedroll.
No,
Yeah?
that's what I did before. When we left in the first place, because I was watching one of the old episodes of this.
Oh, had you? I thought you just had this snake skin shoes and belt. You got those, haven't you? Your snake skin stuff.
Yeah, I got that. But before when we was going to do this,
Yes.
I realised I didn't have a bedroll, but I had about 1,500 torches and 1,500 pitons instead in my packs.
Very useful to sleep on. Yeah.
So I went and got a normal bedroll, but I put an order in for a fur-lined bedroll.
All right. Okay.
I don't know who I did that with, but
yeah, that's with the Chanceril.
Right. So yeah,
Chanceril Fine Harnesses. She does stuff like that. That's the young girl there.
Oh, Freckles.
Yeah, Freckles.
Yes.
Ginger Freckles. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one. I don't know how much I was going to charge you for it, Stu. Let's say that's ready.
Yes.
And let's just say it. How much is a normal bedroll?
Bedroll.
One
One gold piece.
Is it? We're charging double. 2 gold pieces for a fur-lined bedroll, mate.
Oh, luxury.
Triple the weight.
That's mighty fine.
So when someone
If
going
they
to
get
fry the
blood on it,
pumpkin,
that's not going to be very nice.
Now we can just use it as the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just wee on it.
Yep.
No. I get in it and snuggle up.
Yeah, do you test it while you're there in the shop? Do you?
Yeah.
Some other customers come in and look at you. So what's going on here?
I'm advertising.
Yeah. No, it's Oh, I don't know whether. Oh, should I charge you more actually? Because you didn't provide any fur, did you, Stu?
No.
Oh, should I charge you more? Should I charge? Oh,
No, you
no,
can-
no.
yeah, you
She,
know,
she
you can
likes
charge-
she likes you, mate. You've done us. You've done. Everyone's done the town a good service. So yeah, 2 gold. You know that. Well,
Lovely.
I hope you like it, Soylent.
Come and try it with me, girl.
Yeah. Come inside, Freckles, and try it out.
Right. She gives you daggers at that. You know that she's the type of bird. She don't put up with that nonsense, mate.
Right,
She's-
I quickly scoot out.
Yeah, she's quite the firebrand, Stu. You've tried it on before, and like, oh no, it's like no.
See you later,
And-
Freckles.
Okay, she nods at you and like, yeah, see you later. She just raises her hand. Thanks for the business, Rev. Right. Anyone else need anything like equipment, stock up on bits and pieces, anything like that?
Div, I'm going to spend a day with my herbalism kit and make another potion.
Right. Okay. You still had enough gear to do that, yeah, Chris? I know we had some bits and pieces.
Yeah. I'm going to take it all off now if you're give me the go ahead on that.
Yeah, that's fine. And it costs you 25 gold to make, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
God, you're running low. You're poor, Cara. Poor old Cara's poor as a church mouse.
Yeah. Trying to do my job.
Right,
yeah,
so
she gets busy with that, mate.
Yeah, okay. Right, I'll tell you what, Chris,
do you
we'll
need
just do that.
funds, Cara?
Well, I'll give you 25 gold for the potion you gave me, mate.
Yeah. Funds will help go towards these potions for sure.
All right, so Blade, you're gonna give her the cost, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
Okay.
Put your 25 gold back. Blade pays cost.
Excellent. Thank you, Blade.
Now, in your inventory, Cara, Chris, there was 1 potion of healing. Is that on top of the one you've given to Blade and the one you've made, or what?
Correct. So what I've done is I've taken off the one I gave to Blade now, which leaves me with 1 because I had 2,
Right. Okay.
and now I'm going to make another one through this day.
Okay.
So that's
Just
me
give
out
yourself,
for the day.
give yourself 2 then. Give yourself 2 potions of healing.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you. And I've knocked down my healing potion ingredients to 5 now.
Right, lovely. Thank you, mate.
No problem. There you go. Done.
Okay, so yeah, you got 2 potions of healing. Right.
Yeah.
Blade. So Blade's now got a potion. Let me just quickly. Sorry, gents. Let's
I've
get
done
all
it
this.
already.
You've done it already, yeah, Blade?
Yeah.
We just need to add it to your actions tab, don't we?
What do we?
Can you see it now?
I can. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Good stuff. Right, is shopping and stuff like that over? We all good?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm all good.
Right. So, you gather back during the day. You'll gather back in the swinging sword, with Harbuck to like have a bit of a catch up. Now he lets you know that his wife has been taking like a unofficial role of leader of the community, as it were, while all this trouble's been going on. That's a Jalessa Ornera is her name. That's Harbuck's missus. She's obviously, her and Harbuck are obviously very well respected members of the town. And there's, people have been happy for her to, she's been pushed into it. She didn't really want to do it, but she's been pushed into it, and she's, she's kind of beginning to take some responsibility for what's going on, and getting things done, and getting the town up and running again, and getting rid of all the gossip. Harbuck tells you it's been pretty quiet in town. there was beginning to be a little bit of trouble. That Dornan bloke, the other posh bloke who owns the Southern Quarry,
The one with the hat.
the one with a hat, yeah, who's under suspicion of being a member of the Believers, etc. He was beginning to cause a bit of trouble because you hadn't been seen. You've been gone for quite a while.
We
I
didn't
think
get him if not.
about a week, is it? Well, you've been gone quite a while. He was beginning to cause a little bit of trouble. They come here, they raised trouble, they caused trouble, rebel rousers, and now they buggered off and left us townfolk to clear up the mess. So he's been trying to cause a bit of trouble like that. So Harbuck said, yeah, that's why more than anything I'm pleased to see you, because it will be good if the townsfolk can see you guys back. That you haven't
Should we
just
go and take his head off?
buggered off and all the rest of it.
Haven't you locked him up yet?
He goes, I haven't actually locked anybody up yet. There's been no need to. I'm going to I've locked the barber up. I've locked Galkur up. He says, to be honest, no one else has tried to make a run for it. He hasn't really got anywhere with confessions, but he's going to question Galkur further. He goes, an innocent man wouldn't run. We've been putting him under some pressure about the murders. It looks like this is cracked. Basically, I'm confident we can get a confession out of him.
If I may offer the services of Thomas, Silver, and Angel, those three there, I believe, could get a confession out of anyone.
Yes, but we must. He looks at the three who all stare back, and it's like
thousand yard stares.
Yeah, and
I mean, I've only known these people for about 3 weeks, maybe, and I'd like to cross any of them.
Yeah. He holds each of the. He looks over at Angel, sort of like holds her to stare, and then he looks at Rhapsody. He sort of tilts his head a bit, like looks at you more closely, and then he blushes, Phil, and looks quickly away. And then he looks at Thomas and shudders. Oh no! Yeah, thank you, Rev. I don't think that will be necessary. Galker, he's not a mega criminal mastermind. I reckon we've got him. I reckon we can break him, no problem. He goes, as for the others, we have found. He's been questioning. Who's the thick half? I've forgotten his name. Grund. He's been questioning Grund and a couple of the other people, and what's the horrible old cow's name? Maliko. And they've been giving some names. Maliko, just to save her own skin, basically. She seems to be spilling the beans. Grund's been very helpful. Harbuck says, you can believe what Grund tells you. He hasn't got a bad bone in his body. He's thick as shit, but he tells the truth. We have uncovered several other townsfolk who have been who are unbelievers. Believers. He said, to be honest with you, most of them are just, following along. Well, a couple of them just for a laugh, basically, for something to do. He tells you that Bethendur, guy, Arrigo Bethendur from Bethendur's Storage. He's a member of them. He's one of their newest members. But he goes, he's not really involved in any, of their schemes. He's been doing it for a laugh, something to do. I don't think he was involved in any of the murders or anything like that. But he goes, we've uncovered a few more of them. It's all in hand, and I reckon we can break Galkur the barber and get this murder investigation like done and dusted within a couple of days. He goes, I do have a problem with Grund, which I would like your guys' advice on. He goes, now, I don't believe that he actually committed any killing on the believers' behalf. I don't think he did, but he moved bodies. He knew what was going on. Now,
I think there's a difference
I
between
don't,
him knowing.
I don't know what to do with him, because really he's an accessory. And
He was more a Haystacks friend than mine, but I don't believe there's. I think he's just been manipulated.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been part of anything. I mean, I'm more of akin to being more harder on the people that thought it was a game, because they still knew what was going on.
yeah, but carrying dead bodies around is not a game, Rev.
This is true.
It's not a game. I don't know what to do with him. I haven't sent words to higher authority yet implicating him. I want your opinion. I want your guys' opinion, and maybe what we should do with him.
I reckon you should put him to hard labour, working for you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, what I find hard
Someone
to
who can
believe.
keep an eye on him.
I find it hard to believe that his best friend knew nothing of this either. Mate, you know what I mean? You tell your
I would
friends.
say, I would say swap them out for Haystacks.
I think Haystacks needs to be fucking arrested too.
Haystacks hasn't been around.
His friend,
He's literally just returns to the
thick as thieves.
Tree outside.
He goes there. The hard labour thing, yeah, that's an idea. He's a hard worker anyway. Yeah, that could work. He goes, I was also thinking. He's looking at you, Keith. He goes, sorry, big fella, I've forgotten your name.
Nah.
This here's Blade.
Thank you.
Just me, sorry.
Doesn't say a lot. Does it?
Keith's just staring at him.
Yes.
What?
His name.
Yeah. You know,
He's Orc Gildan.
yeah, it's like he's trying to find a word. He's without insulting anyone. He goes, he's one of yours, isn't he? He's not half breed. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're both similar parentage. He's sort of looking at you, sort of sweating a bit, Keith. Like he doesn't want to insult you or anything like that. He goes, I was thinking, could he be of use to? Could he be of some use to you? Could you take him under your wing, or do you not have the time?
No, you're all right.
You don't need another retard in the party.
Another.
He goes, okay.
I'm not talking about Blade either.
No.
No problem. He goes,
Send him up to join the army. Maybe he needs
it was just a
military
thought.
service.
It was just a thought. I thought of you and you guys. You're good fellas, you're good lads and lasses, and I thought perhaps it would benefit him, being under your wing for a while. But yeah, no problem, Blade, whatever your name is. We'll find stuff for him to do here. No problem. Right. So, what news? What news do you have? Oh, Sony silent. Hello.
I'm not actually there, Div. So I'm in the
Sorry,
tavern.
I'm eating a bacon sandwich.
Oh, hang on, Chris. When I finish, I would like to find out if our rooms have been. All right. You have a chat with what's her name? Kaylessa. Chris.
Yeah.
There's been. You ask. Your rooms haven't been in use. They're kept for you. Now she was a little bit embarrassed because you're free. Your period of free use of those rooms, I think, has pretty much run out. But she was like, she was beginning to hint that she might need some money from you lot soon.
Okay.
But your rooms haven't been used; that they're still there. No one else has used them. And she also tells, if you're worried, there's been no further like incidents or break-ins or anything like that at all. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, she says.
Is there any empty houses in town?
Perfect.
Well, there might be soon, depending on how the investigation goes. And,
Yeah, where
and
does the
stuff like
barber
that.
live?
He lives at the barber's shop.
Another business for me to own.
Galkers. If you see coming in from the northeast, the larch path, it's the first building you come to that's marked on the map. Galkers.
Well, I'm thinking of maybe just
Red
getting a
Larch.
house for us, getting a house for ourselves.
Yeah, well, Harbuck says it sounds like there's probably going to be a few properties coming up for grabs soon.
Who is the old lady?
The old lady is Maliko.
Maliko.
She's Alberi Maliko.
She's the one from the mine, isn't she?
That's correct. Yeah, that's it. That's
Let's
the old
just
dear
go
that
and
really
throw her
doesn't
out of
like
her house.
Stuart
We
doesn't
want
like.
that one.
Yeah, it's a smaller house. There probably wouldn't be a room for all of you, but well, perhaps if someone wants to, want to take over the barber's business, one of you could be the barbers of the town.
That doesn't seem very fitting for a dwarf with a big beard.
No, well, yeah, no, true, but just saying. Right. Anyway, Harbuck has asked, "What's the news?"
Yeah, I'll fill him in. We'll let him know that that we went off exploring. We basically tell him everything that we did. Every now and again, I'll pause and see if anyone else wants to chip in with anything or wants me to stop talking. But I think just tell him everything. So tell him that we suspect that the people at the spires may be up to something, but we've got no hard proof yet. However, that there were dead bodies at the bottom that looked suspiciously like they'd been thrown from the top of the spire, or from a great height anyway. That we travelled on, that we encountered Henry and Bunty, who warned us not to go into an area, and when we did go into that area, we found that there was signalling going on between the spire and deeper into the bit where it went into the walls.
Yeah.
That we went into that bit, that we found.
Did you tell him that you found this ancient city or
yes,
whatever? Yeah?
Yes, everything.
It's sort of like he's sitting there as you go through what's going on. His mouth is getting wider and wider, like sort of thing, as he's listening. It's like he's shaking his head, and it's like
and we've got
unbelievable.
We've got about 8 days before the dragons that we disturbed come for Red Larch.
Pardon? Excuse me.
No. Scratch that bit, Harbuck. I'm just.
It's like
everything else. True.
Also, we killed all the gnolls that were attacking the town.
I forgot that bit.
Right. Okay. You got the gnolls, yeah?
We got most of them. There was another part of them we believe that broke off towards the east and were long gone. We couldn't even chase them down.
Right. Okay. But like from the tales that I've heard, you found you found where they were coming from, the camp, yeah, in this valley.
Yes, we destroyed the camp. Yes. So we ain't got worry about it.
Oh, right. Okay. It goes. That's excellent. That's excellent news. But I'm sorry, but it's disturbing that some of them got away. Do you have any idea how many? Is it a large group?
Large enough to make enough cracks. We didn't have numbers, I don't think.
It's probably
12 or so, as I guess.
12 to 20.
Yeah, you thought it was a bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's like 20 to 30, perhaps, or something like that. It's like, but he goes, oh, right, okay. you described to him where you lost because you followed their tracks for a while, didn't you? So
River, yeah.
you described to him the area where you thought they were heading and where they could be could be. He thanks you for the information.
There was
Right,
also some sort of big beast animal we passed, or we didn't pass it close enough to know what it was, but there was something and it's still out there. We don't know what that is.
right, okay. No, there's been. He tells you there's been no other reports from farmers. There's been no livestock killed, nothing like that at all. But he goes, one thing of note is just yesterday, Mugra handed himself in. Do you remember? Do you remember the goblin?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He handed
What?
himself. He surrendered himself. He just walked into the butcher's shop, walked into the butcher's,
Why?
and surrendered himself to us. He's in the I don't know. He's in the cells at the moment.
Hold on. Couldn't he
You remember him,
teleport?
yeah? But the goblin. You killed his big mate, yeah, the half
We killed
ogre.
the-
Do you remember?
Yeah, we killed the half ogre. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the goblin, I think, can do what I do.
What do you mean? Do what you do? He's a
He can,
Missing
fucking
step magic.
goblin, little wretch. He's still there now. I
Well,
checked. I checked
There's-
earlier.
Then there's a reason why he's there.
Harbuck knows what I could do because I did it in front of him the other day, and I've
Yeah.
probably done it when he went to kind of catch me, and I teleported away from him and ran across the road.
He just thinks you're showing off, Stu.
I face step again. He can do this.
You disappear off your chair and then
And
then
appear
you open the
behind
door
him.
and you come back through the door, sort
Yeah.
of thing. It's like,
I said, I'm sure that's how the goblin got away from us.
that was how he got away. For definite.
So why would he allow himself to be locked up?
are you sure he's a goblin? He's in the cells now. He's been there.
He did it to
since
get away from me.
He's still there now. I just handed some food to him this morning. He's still there now.
He wants to be there.
Exactly.
I had hold of him and he used it to escape. So he definitely used it to get away from me at one point.
Okay.
He needs to be killed immediately.
So we need to know why he wants to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, "I will sort." He goes, "Thank you for the news of the Knolls. That's very helpful. I will arrange with K Lesser and pay any debts you owe on the rooms from the town funds, and I will also have a word with her about extending your stay, your free hospitality at the inn until further notice." She's been a little. She's been a little worried about funds recently because obviously she relies on footfall through the town, and you guys have taken up a lot of the room. I'm not saying she doesn't want you there. She absolutely loves you guys there. She thinks it's fantastic, but she's a business. I'm sure you understand she's a businesswoman. But I will speak to her and I will sort something out through the town funds that you guys can stay. You guys can stay there at the expense of Red Larch. I think we owe you that much.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, no problem. Right, okay. He thanks you for the update. Thanks you for your time. Again,
If I recommend that he gags the goblin, otherwise it's going to be able to escape.
You think that's how he does it? I've seen nothing like it. Okay, he goes, obviously the Rev has just been showing off and showing these parlour tricks, as it were. But
I'm not sure
seen...
showing off is the right way to describe
And you have to think. You have to think he could well kill your constables that are in there with him.
Yeah,
Rev.
well, perhaps we should double the guard because during the
So
night
you need
there's only one deputy there watching.
Well, you need to treat him as a very, very dangerous individual. And at the moment, he's not really detained, although you think he is.
Exactly
Are you
that.
sure?
Yeah.
We're talking about the same.
Imagine
the
a
same
dangerous
person.
version of me.
Mugra, the goblin. Yeah.
Yeah, there were 8 of us facing him, and he escapes us.
Let's go and execute him now.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. It's for
Yeah.
the best for the whole town.
Yeah, why are you keeping him locked up?
What? Well, he's wanted. He's a wanted criminal. He's a bandit. He's wanted for robbery.
Didn't you say
Probably.
before about bandits being executed?
We don't just summarily execute criminals here. We do have to go through a process. We're not, you know.
Okay.
We're living in enlightened times.
Well, we've warned you he's highly dangerous, so
I will take note of that. Thank you, man. Thank you.
that's fine.
Why did he say he gave himself up? What's he afraid of then if he's here?
He goes, I don't know. He literally, and he said it's yesterday. He just walked into the butcher's with me and my deputies all at work and handed himself in. He hadn't said a word to us. Hasn't spoken to us. We just chucked him in a cell, and that's been the end of it so far.
We need to go and have a chat with him.
We should really find out because he's either afraid of someone else who's bigger than him, or he has some plan in mind. One of the two. There's unlikely a bandit would just give themselves up for nothing.
Yeah,
exactly.
he said.
Go and arrest him.
Well, if you want to see him, he's in the cells. They keep a cell underneath the butchers. They've got a basement they kind of use as cold storage, and they've got they've got a holding cell. They've got a holding cell down there. So at the moment, he says I've put Galker in there with him. Is that a bad idea?
Yeah.
I'd keep him separate, but
he's probably there to kill Galko as an assassin.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gone and he's dead.
Right, he goes, well, okay. It sounds like I've got some bits and pieces to take care of. If you guys want to come and see him, you're more than welcome to. But I've got to go and sort this out. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. And he downs his drink and then he walks out.
I think we need to. I'm going to go with him.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah, I'll go as well.
Everyone piling in. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on. Let me have a look. Have I missed anything else in chat? Okay. No,
I said I wanted to go see Mura, but I'll go after we've gone.
Oh
to see
yeah,
the
cool.
Goblin.
Cool. Actually, still on your way across to the butchers, you pass by the shrine anyway. You can see her. She's like tending to the garden out in the front of the shrine, and she sees you and gives a big smile. She seems quite happy. She seems well and alive and well. So there's no problem.
I'll be
there,
back later. I'll chat out and then I'll carry on with him.
All right, okay. Yeah, she seems happy to see you. Right, okay. You lot head round to the butchers.
I ask Soylent if we gagged him, would it stop him from casting magic?
Jokes?
It will stop him from doing the steppy thing.
No, I think Thomas is asking you if they gag you, will it stop you from doing magic?
if we rip your tongue out and blind you, what effect would that have on your spell casting?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's a very aggressive line of questioning, you think?
Oh,
See, I said you were good for interrogation. I just carry on walking.
All right, okay.
A little bit quicker.
Right, okay. Hang on. Right, okay, sorry. Yeah, like you follow Harbuck across the Sentinel Crossroads to the butchers, and he indicates you should follow him up to a building at one of the storage rooms at the end. there's a trapdoor there that leads down into the cellar, and as I said, they use that as like a cold storage area. There's like hunks of meat hanging up in there, meat packed in big chunks of ice, as well, barrels of ice and stuff like that. Now it's not a large space, but it's well lit by smoky torches, and one corner of the room has been like fenced off, as it were, with like a metal, you probably guess, iron bars. It's like an open jail cell. You can look into it, you can look out of it. It's just iron bars, basically, with a gate, kept like with a heavy padlock and shit like that to keep it secure. As you head down there, there's one of the deputies, Luke. He's sitting at the table. You know, he's got his feet up. He's on a stool with his feet up on the table, which he quickly puts down when he sees like Harbuck and you guys, coming down the ladder into the cellar. You can see in the cell, which is not more, but it's like 10 by 10, 10 by 15 feet wide. There's not a lot of room in there, really. There's several like wooden pallets on the floor. There's some manacles in there, not being used at the moment. And sitting on the floor, looking very sorry for himself, there's Galka the barber. He's got his back right up in one corner, as far from this other miserable-looking little creature, which is huddled in another corner. You recognise the little goblin, Mugra, who looks like a right pathetic sight. He's just obviously they've confiscated any weapons or anything like that off him. He's just there in his dressed in rags, basically. He's like he sees Harbuck approach, and like you see, but he turns aside. He won't look, as if he's fearful of Harbuck. And then as you lot all start to pile in, he's like, his eyes are sort of like darting between each one of you. He looks fearful. Well, there he is, the little sod.
That doesn't look like the same one that we fought. Might look the same, but the demeanor is not.
What do you mean? What do you mean the demeanor? He's like,
He was an angry little fuck.
Snivelling wretch. He's Mugra, come here.
It's not a goblin with a false moustache, is it?
No.
My name is
Yeah.
Mugra, honest.
No.
He's got a pair of glasses on and a fake moustache.
It's pretty hard for you lot to pick out and recognise like goblinoids. You know, it's
yeah, fair enough.
In fairly racist terms, one goblin looks like another, pretty much like another to you.
But the one that we fought was definitely like a fucking he didn't care that all of us were facing him down. He was annoyed that his big mate got killed.
Yeah,
What did he do? Did he elongate? Because that bit of the video, unfortunately, that bit of the video was lost to my stupid recording thing because my hard drive was full.
I forgot. Someone shot him. Someone hurt. Someone.
Yeah, it was
Thomas.
I was holding him, and no,
I hurt him as well, I think.
Yeah, someone hit him pretty hard, and
that was probably Angel.
But
I was holding him, and Angel
during the fight, he was the goblin that you fought, if it's the same Mugra or not, was he seemed very unconcerned. It was him against
all of us.
Many of he seemed very unconcerned. And when you hit him hard,
didn't his jaw elongate?
Whoever hit him, when they looked at him, his eyes were beginning to turn red, like have a reddish hue to them, and in anger he started snarling at the person, and it was
me, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Angel. Yeah,
his jaw started to like drop and elongate, and as if the teeth and the fangs were growing and pushing too large for his mouth, and then he disappeared before anyone else could get any closer to him. But yeah, basically he was.
holding him.
Yeah. Well, this one in here, he looks like you know. You would think, no, this isn't the same. This can't be the same one because he's sitting there in a corner. He's sort of like shivering. He's in rags, and he's sort of like keeps looking from you lot, and then down to the floor. He's kind of starting to mumble and shit to himself as well, and he's like scratching at his hands, and looks very nervous. So like, Harbuck goes, look, are you sure this thing? He's like, look at it. It's not. It goes. I trust you guys. If you tell me, if you
I start talking in a foreign tongue.
Stu, make a wisdom perception check.
Did that come up? Oh, it didn't roll properly. All right.
No.
Check it. Oh, that's better anyway.
Right. Do you like to go to the goblin and you speak in that tongue to him?
Yes.
Right. Right. Dave, you understand that as well, yeah? Silver understands what was said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Right. Right. Stu, you see him. He's been looking down, but he suddenly, when you say that, he looks right at you, and then like stops. You see him pause. He looks right at you, and then he goes back to fucking like looking scared and shit.
Did he lose the kind of scaredy shit when he was looking at me?
It just stopped, and he looked. You know, you reckon he understood you.
I don't know what to make of that.
Right. He's mumbling and he's mumbling away, and while Harbuck is like talking to the rest of you, and he's saying, like, I trust your judgment. If you want me to move move the barber out of here and double the guard, I will. But he goes, look at him, he's a snivelling little wretch.
This is an ant.
Right, Stu and Dave.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone else can hear this thing is like mumbling nonsense in goblinoid, but Stu and Dave, in your heads, you begin to hear whispers getting louder, just sibilant whispers.
Something's happening
in your minds, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Can I do something?
And it's like it's in a tongue that you think you recognise. It's as if in a dream, and these whispers and strange words. Yeah, you think you should be able to understand them, but you just can't. But it's just in your mind; they're getting louder and louder.
Can I Eldritch Blast him? In case he's trying to cast he seems like he's trying to cast a spell or something.
Right.
Now.
All right.
I pull out my daggers, Dave.
Right. Okay. Right. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's no good, being.
No, you don't. The rest of you don't really know what's going on. You can't hear anything. You're not hearing the same stuff that Stu and Dave are.
On the way with the fairies.
One.
I'm not there, Div, if you're waiting for me.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in the
He's doing his potion, isn't he?
swinging sword.
Oh, that's right.
Potion.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes a
I thought he
day
was
to do,
with
doesn't it?
us.
Yeah.
Potions and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he was with us, Chris. Why would you do
No,
that now rather than?
He did say he was spending the day.
Yeah, because everyone's doing shopping and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all right. You carry on.
He's going to disappear out of here now.
Right, Rhapsody, you're first, but can't do anything. Right, Stu.
Yeah.
This is round 0. You're up. So what are you going to do?
He's doing something.
You,
And then I cast my Eldritch Blast.
everyone else just sees this thing, like, just huddling in the corner, like, just fucking cringing away from you. You Eldritch Blast him, have you targeted him, Stu? You haven't even targeted him.
I haven't got.
Prick.
There's nothing on the. There's no tracker. Where's the combat tracker?
The combat tracker's
Where-
up, mate.
Sorry.
Can you see him?
Oh yes. Okay. Right.
There's no map, is there?
Is there no map either? Because I've just double.
No,
clicked
there is no map.
All right, I've targeted him now.
Right, okay. Well, that missed anyway.
Well,
Right.
before if you didn't target someone, you
Oh,
got to
go
roll
on then.
again.
Oh,
Go
there
on,
he
go on
goes.
then.
Oh dear.
Yay!
No, it was worth a try. It was worth a
Right.
It
try.
was.
You missed the cowering goblin.
All
in
of
Is
a
it not an
sudden,
advantage? Is him lying on the floor being?
That was a warning shot, wasn't
no,
it?
Yeah, warning
you
shot.
you can take your advantage as you've rolled twice anyway. You did and missed twice. There you go.
I still want 3 rolls.
All of a sudden, the rest of you are there. This poor little thing's
Oh,
like
got
fucking
another coffee
in the
one.
corner. Stu's like gone mad and just like he's up to something. Then fucking tries to cast Eldritch Blast. At first, you're not sure whether who Stuart's meaning. Is he going for Moogra? Is he going for the barber? Because he's missed completely. He's just hit the wall in between them, sort of thing. Like Moogra, like the little goblin, like fucking turns his head away and like gives a shriek, and so does the barber at this assault, basically.
I moved with my back to the wall.
And right, you're like backing away from the cell, yes, Joe.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Shit.
Right.
I missed my chance to disrupt him.
Right, Dave. Stu, you can still hear this like this weird fucking whispering in your head. Dave, you begin to hear words spoken in infernal. Yeah, you begin to pick out certain words and phrases as you're as he's looking and fucking mumbling to himself. I need you to make.
Oh, you idiot. Ugh.
Another level, was it, Stu?
Did you forget you levelled, Stu?
I forgot I could have favoured by the gods. I could have done that.
Right, Dave, I want you to make a wisdom saving roll, please, mate.
Of course you do.
Oh, God. David.
Right, the whispers in your mind, like reach a almost a deafening crescendo, Dave, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, just go silent in your mind, and you just have a huge urge to go outside, to leave this area and start, well, smashing every window that you see once you get outside.
Okay.
All right?
Excellent.
But that's all. No other effects. But when you get outside and you start seeing windows, Dave, I want you to go around and smash every fucking window you can see. All right?
He means in real life. Off you go.
All right.
Off you go, yeah. See you in a bit.
Come on,
Okay.
method act it, David.
Smash your own house up.
Smash your
Thomas is up
house.
there. Can't do it. Right. Dave, it's your go.
I'm going to do that then.
Yeah. Right. You see, like Dave just relaxes. Been looking at was looking at Mugra. You just see his her shoulders like slump somewhat, and she just like turns away and starts heading back out the trapdoor out of the cellar. Like, can't do anything. Jesus, this is all.
Yeah, I
Basically.
asked her where she's going.
Right. So it's a new round.
Can
You've
I
just
not ask
seen-
her where she's going?
No, this was a we can do. Yeah, you can do that. You can do this. We can keep rolling through initiative if you want to take any other action. Right, Silver, like Blade's shouting out, where are you going? Where are you going? You don't have to tell him that you're going out to cause huge amounts of vandalism.
You're
just
can't I?
well, you can. You're being really strongly. You don't know why, but you're being really strongly compelled. There's nothing else you would rather do
Then smash some windows.
than fucking smash windows. That's all. The compulsion is so strong. That's all you want to do. Whether you want to how you're going to explain that to the others or not, or what you're going to tell them now. But yeah, Blade saying, where are you going? Where are you going?
I just need to go outside for a minute.
Right, okay. Phil, it's a new round. Rhapsody. Rhapsody's up. All you've seen is Stu throw a Eldritch Blast.
I did say something's happening as well, but prior to
Yeah.
We can hear him speaking, can't we?
You could hear him like mumbling something.
Yeah, fucking.
But there's been nothing else. You haven't heard anything inside your head or anything like that. It was just Stu and Silver.
Shoot it!
Yeah, I'm going to. So, how far away is he from me?
Not more than 20 feet, 20, 30 feet max. You're in this like little underground like cellar bit.
Yeah, I'm going to Hexblade curse it. Trying to remember how to do it.
You can't actually reach. You can't reach him for melee, guys. He's in the cell.
Yeah, I can Hexblade curse him though.
You can still curse him, yeah, obviously. Let's put you under combat and actions, Phil. So
Yeah, I was just looking.
Can you see that now?
Yeah.
Right, click the first button. That will apply it to him, to your target.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then click not the heal sign, not the medic sign, the plus sign. Click the other.
The other one.
Yeah, and that'll put it on you.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So that's done.
Yeah. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Right. That's a hit. Right. Okay. You Rhapsody just like steps forward, like looks confused for a second, but decides to follow Stu's example and just sends an Eldritch Blast through. This time you see who the intended target is. It blasts into the goblin who's cowering in the corner, and it cries out in pain as it blasts into it.
And I shout out, it's casting spells. That's what I believe.
Right. Now, Bill, go on. Are you done then, mate? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right. Okay. Cool. Stu, you're up.
Right, I hex it.
Yep.
No, this fucking
Soylent's getting all excited.
I favoured by the gods it.
All right, okay.
It's affecting him. It's affecting him bad.
Oh my
Bloody
god!
hell! Wow.
Fucking hell! Does a 13 hit?
No, it's a miss, mate.
Oh my god!
Fucking hell.
It's a miss, dude. Right, Stu's allowed to try this fucking. Poor old Stu's blasting all the beds and the stalls and like, the kids and all the, there's a load of bedding flies up and feathers go everywhere. Right, okay. Right, through the feathers, like fucking bursting out all around this thing. You see the goblin just like stand to its feet, right? Give all you lot the double middle finger. He just lifts it up, gives you the middle finger, yeah. And again, just if there's a blink of an eye, a quick flash, and he's gone. He's gone. And it's just leaving a load of like chars and feathers floating to the floor, splinters of wood everywhere, and you can hear the barber Galka like whimpering and crying in the corner, and shaking. But this thing, it's the goblin has disappeared. You see, like fucking Harbuck goes, shit, where is he?
We told you, Harbour.
Right,
Galka, you better tell us all you know. And then then I run outside to try and find Silver.
right, yeah. Okay. In the meantime, Silver, you've wandered outside. The first, I'll say the first set of windows that you come across, are actually Harbuck's at the butcher's, his house. There's also some across the road at Druth's Fine Poultry. And Welver's Wagon Works has lots of them. There's loads of windows there, mate. There's like to smash and vandalise.
Fucking
I'll just go for the nearest ones, mate. Not a problem.
Actually, and Chris has made a very good point as usual, which I always forget.
Just helping out, mate, whilst I'm not in it.
No, quite right too, Chris, because I always forget things like this.
Does Moogra need to make that's what I was trying to make him do. Failed magnificently.
You can tell me all about your heroic efforts, Stu, when you get back.
I'm basically a stormtrooper trying to shoot Han or Luke as they escape.
Cowering.
Can't even hit a stationary target. I think I need some practice.
In a cell.
Sleeping prisoner. Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Nope, I'm still typing in Infernal.
Right, okay. Yeah, Dave, you still want to smash windows, mate? Dave, you there?
Yeah.
There?
How long does that take him to actually do? Like, would we not have seen any of this? Because if I see it, I can stop him.
He left the room. We were all in the jail.
No, but he's going outside and spending 10 minutes worth of going around smashing glass.
No, he
hasn't
started.
started.
He hasn't started yet. He's only just. He's literally just. He's left the He's left the basement. He's left the storage room, the cells. He's saying, "Oh, I need some fresh air. I want to get some. I want to get some fresh air." And left. But you lot are basically only if you want to go out straight away. I know there's a bit of confusion with what's going on with fucking Mugra and what's going on in the storage area. There's Harbuck shouting and he's getting Luke to fucking he's like get the others like fucking he's escaped. So there's a bit of confusion there going on, but you're maximum 15 seconds behind Silver if you want to like follow out. But you've got to remember that you got to know that no one knows what she's
No, I know that. But if he smashed the windows in the butchers, if he goes up and then windows smash.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, if you want to follow Silver up the stairs and back out into the open, yeah, that's fine. At the most, you're 15-20 seconds behind her, basically.
Would that be within 30 feet?
All right, Dave, who you picking on, mate?
Nearest window, mate.
Yeah, you're just going to go. Okay. All right, Brad, and anyone who's like followed out, you see Silver like wander out into the right. She picks up. She's looking around. She's looking around on the floor. Picks up a fucking a rock from the side of the road. Goes up to, by this time Harbuck's coming out with the constable. Picks up a rock and just fucking puts it through Harbuck's front window. A big crash of glass. Harbuck like looks across. Oi! But yeah, and as you're watching, Brad, or anyone who's there, she starts looking around again for another rock. She's picking up another one as you're watching.
What I wanted to know is if I'm within 30 feet and it's the end of a turn, effectively I can try and.
What do you want to do, Brad? So after she's put a stone through the window.
Yeah, if I've seen her do that,
yeah,
she's looking a bit odd. Then I would try and use my stone rune on her.
Oh,
that's good. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll say because it takes everyone a little bit by surprise. You're not expecting this sort of behaviour from Silver at all. I'll say that she puts another stone through one of Harbuck's windows. Yeah. And then you suddenly like, shit, what's going on? And then you step up, you start to head for her, and you can use the your rune, mate. So what you need to do, Brad, is target Silver.
Does that work?
Yep. And then if you click that the little cast button, that'll force her to make.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That one.
She's failed it.
There you go.
What's happened?
Right. You see Jesus start heading towards Silver. There were a few people are. It's like fucking people are sort of like stunned and like open mouthed as she starts putting like stones through Harbuck's window. You see Jesus quickly like gather his wits, head towards her, and you see people who are behind Jesus on his arse. Yeah, you see like one of these strange symbols that he's been daubing on his bum, basically on his pants. Like you see it flare into light. There's like a silver light as it flares. Yeah, and you see around Silver's head, just in front of her face, this rune, the same symbol daubed on his bum, appears in front of her face. Yeah, flashes in front of her, and she just stops what she's doing. Her arms fall by her side, and she just stands still, staring sightlessly in front of her.
Powerful, like it.
Butt magic.
Butt magic. Butt magic.
All right, okay. Yeah, so
she'll stay like this for a bit, but I don't know what's affected her. I don't know if anyone else has got any ideas.
Blade? Dog puncher.
Well, this doesn't hurt me, so I'm not. I'm not condoning violence yet.
all right, do it again. It's at the end of every every round, isn't it, Brad? Yeah. she can try and break out of it.
Yeah.
Go on, do it again. All right, she's still standing there, stuck like fucking stunned, as it were, just like a retard, just like standing doing nothing, just like completely. She looks completely out of it.
This is fun.
Yeah, Dave,
Dave, I'll go and slap her face.
You've kind of like Dave. There's this sudden flash in front of you, and you suddenly lose all lose all gumption to do anything. You just think, oh, I just can't, I just can't be asked. You're looking around and it goes, oh, isn't this lovely? And you're just looking around, just standing there, just looking around, just doing nothing. Just can't be asked to do anything. Well, you're going to give her a bitch slap here, Phil.
Yeah, I say, wake up, bitch! What you doing?
Go on then.
Embarrassing the sisters.
Embarrassing the sisters.
Do I have to do an attack?
Oh yeah, you're going to start slapping her, yeah.
Yeah, and then you miss with your slap.
Well, that's no,
that's not.
Catch her with the ruby ring. Posh.
Right, so do what was it? Is it
do subdual damage?
Do you want to put your strength into it, Phil?
I haven't got any strength.
You haven't got any strength. I'll tell you what. We just a little slap. What is it? It's 1d3, isn't it? Unarmed.
1.
It's
One.
one.
It's one damage on this. Yes.
Yeah, one
right,
damage
okay.
plus your strength modifier.
Right, do it again, Brett. Is anyone else going to step up and start slapping Silver?
No.
Go on, Brad. Do the effect again. Right, yeah, she's still just standing there. She doesn't seem to come out. Even when you slap her, Phil, she's just her head like turns aside, and then just you see her where you fit your handprint on the side of her face, and then she just turns around and looks at you, and her eyes are completely like kind of like dead. They just don't care. She's like and just stands there looking at you, doing nothing. She doesn't retaliate at all. Dave, you do know you've been slapped though, mate. Bitch has come up and slapped you.
Yes, but I can't do anything.
You can't do anything, mate. You just don't care. You're just like, yeah,
That's
whatever.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't mind.
I own you now.
Div, I've just realised I'm missing a cantrip. Doesn't matter. We'll do that later. But
I thought we added. I thought we added it.
no.
1, 2. Oh, okay. We'll go through it later, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Prestigiation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries, mate. No worries.
Gonna clean your shoes.
Yeah.
Right. In the meantime, like
I use gust and I blast her backwards.
Harbuck's like heading towards her. It's like, what are you doing? And he's like turning around. He's looking at his windows. It's like, what are you doing?
I think she's been impacted by a spell.
It's clear time.
This is my anti-Ian ability. Right, Brad, do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna blast her backwards as well. I'm gonna push her backwards.
All right, okay, hang on, Joe. She's still just standing there. She's completely been mesmerised by something and just like standing around, like humming, like just looking around. You know, hasn't reacted to being slapped. Stu, you're going to use gust on her or something, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, she failed.
Right, okay.
So she just gets pushed back.
I'll tell you what, because she's just standing there making absolutely no attempt to defend herself or anything. Like, Dave, it's like strong wind suddenly pushes against you. You've got to stagger backwards a bit, and you lose your footing, and you fall on your bum in the street in front of Harbuck's house. So
Okay.
she's just
nice. Getting humiliated by soldiers.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, we just give her a kick in on the floor now.
before Brad makes a does it again. Does anyone else want to get involved? Harbuck's just come over and he's like standing with you. He's not being overly aggressive or anything. He's like, what are you doing?
I think the goblin cast something on her. We're just trying to keep her at bay.
He goes, what the fuck is that thing? It's like he's very confused. Does anyone else want to do anything before Silver has to make the save again?
What happened?
Blade comes out picking his nose from out of the bushes.
I've been AFK.
Silver left for some fresh air and has just gone out into the street, started picking stones up and throwing them through Harbuck's windows.
Oh, okay.
For some unknown reason.
I want to go to the bar and get myself a fruit tea.
Yeah, you're having enough of your time. Chris, you've been in your bedroom.
Specifically a fruit tea.
It's all very nice. But yeah,
hot.
Blade, you've come out. There's a bit of a crowd beginning to gather. Mostly you guys and Harbuck and Luke, the deputy. They're all like gathered around Silver, who's now sitting on the floor doing nothing, just like humming to herself. Go on in, Brad. You're shit at wisdom saving rolls, aren't you, Dave?
Yes, I am.
Right. Okay, she's. I don't know whether it can say. I know it prevents you from taking actions. Does being incapacitated mean you can't speak or communicate? You're kind of charmed and in a.
I think you should take no actions. I believe.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Well, she's stopped. She doesn't even get up. She just sits on her arse in the street where you dumped her, Stu, and just doesn't seem to really be recognising anyone.
I'm just going to wait. I'll if she gets up, I'll try and knock her down again. I'm not trying to hurt her. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to kind of keep her, help with Brad. So I'll stand slightly behind Brad so that she attacks him first if she manages to.
Okay. Right, Phil.
I suggest that she goes down and speaks to the jailer. Sorry, the barber.
All right, Phil. Could you target her, please?
Yeah.
And then, if you click on.
Hold on. What did you do?
Oh no! Let me get rid of. I've got to get rid of because you've got Moogra targeted as well. Hang on, mate. No, it's not that. It's for God's sake, where's your targets?
Clear targets.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I've done it. Don't worry. So you just got Silver target in there, right? So next to suggestion, you've got the little dice. If you click that will force her to make a wisdom save. She's going to make this one, isn't she?
Yep.
No, she's failed.
Oh, she failed again. Bloody hell!
You know.
Right. Like a puppet. Silver the puppet.
Well, can you just hang on 2 secs? Just hang on 2 secs, lads.
You're gonna figure out which suggestion takes compulsion.
Yeah, exactly.
If I suggest something to somebody who's already under the suggestion spell, what happens, Gary Gygax?
Dear Gary
Gygax.
One of our players is face planted by a frost rune, pushed on their ass by Gust, suggested, and then slapped in the face, and then we suggest that she forgets all about it. Does that work?
But when Angel know how to do suggestion.
Which one does she attack first?
Surely Angel would know how to stop suggestion anyway, because she knows the spell. Is it Angel? Yeah.
I don't know what he cast on them.
Probably suggestion.
If it is suggestion, I would say I would say it overrides.
Right. Okay.
Depends what
Brad, make the roll again. Force it to make the save. Oh,
Success.
right. Okay.
She got up. Oh, then now Augusta back again. Then.
Right. You see her. She's sitting there. She blinks a couple of times, and she looks around her. She lifts. She hasn't got any stones in her hand. She lifts her hand to her face where you slapped her, Phil. And then she just like she begins to get to her feet. What's this, Stu?
Yeah, I'm knocking back down again.
As she's not incapacitated this time, I'm not saying she's not falling over this time, but you push her back. There's a strong wind in your face, Dave, from Soylent, who steps forward. This strong wind gusts out of him and pushes you back 5 foot. It pushes you further back into the street, but it doesn't knock you. It doesn't knock you over this time.
I'm saying, calm, Silver, calm.
Right, Dave. All you want to do
and then
is
I step behind Brad.
You want all these people to just like leave you alone, get out your way, so you could go down and have a chat with the barber for some strange reason.
I'm just going down to have a chat with. I don't know what are you guys all doing.
Let her go.
I'm going down to have a chat with the barber. I'll get some answers out of him. Don't worry.
And with that, she starts walking back towards the storeroom.
A little bit of common sense. A little chat.
Like, you see the deputy Luke look at Harbuck, and they both shrug their shoulders. Harbuck goes, just go get the others. Go look for Mugra, that fucking little bastard. Just go look for him. And then Harbuck's turn. He goes, "Oi, miss, excuse me." Dave's wandering off.
We'll sort out the window in a minute. We'll explain what's going on. I think she's being attacked by Mugra somehow. She just needs some time alone.
I go and walk with the deputy because I don't trust him being on his own. I can see him getting killed.
Oh, right, okay. You follow him. All right, Keith. Yeah, no worries.
I'll follow Silver down.
I'll say it to the party as well.
All right, cool. You're following Silver.
Yeah, down.
Bill, right? What were other people doing? Yes. Dave's just heading back the way he came. After wanting some fresh air.
Popcorn.
He wants nothing more than to get back down in the cellar now. It's
good girl.
Is anyone else up to it? I know Chris is enjoying the spectacle, looking out the window, having a fruit tea at his table. Looking out, there's been some tinkling glass in the distance, Cara, but there seems to be something going on. But you're just enjoying your tea and watching it all unfold. Anyone else doing anything in particular?
I'll go off and I'm going to go to see. I'll tell the others I'm going to go see Mura. I'm just going to help her with some chores and stuff.
All right. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to follow Silver.
Yeah. Right. Right, Stu. You head across the street to the shrine. Mura's there. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. Just a little bit of disruptions.
But, okay. Are you sure your friend's okay?
Yeah. I walk her back in again. Turn around and walk her back in. Everything's fine.
All right, you walk. Okay. Anyway, that sort of like puts off. She starts chatting to you there, Stu, about where you've been and what you've been doing. She immediately forgets about what's going on outside.
Yeah, I tell her very, very little of what's going on. Just gone out camping, picnicking in the woods.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Nothing too alarming or anything, and I just help her. I'm just going to help her pottering around and stuff. Also, when she's not looking, I put some money in the charity box.
How much, mate? Copper piece, or you go?
No, not a copper piece. No. Actually, right. So I'll.
Whatever you do, Stu, just take it off. Take it off your money. Take it off your money, and just or whatever.
Yeah.
And just let me know how much you donated.
I'm writing it in the chat.
All right, cool. You get rid of all your coppers. Blimey. That's very generous with a silver, mate. Are you sure?
Yeah, I got money.
Oh, okay. Well, you're to be honest with you, Stu, you can't surreptitiously dump 300, nearly 500 coins into the bowl. It's like sounds like someone's won the jackpot in the arcade, mate. All these coins chinking in. It's like.
I just say, okay, I'd tell her. I said, me and the lads had a whip round, and I'd give her a sack with that money in it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well, she
about
gives you
75 gold pieces, Stu.
Yeah, that's massive, Joe. No, that's not 75. That's 10.
8
It's about
electrum
11,
pieces.
12. That's about 12 or 13 gold pieces, isn't it?
No, the
Yes.
8 EPs. That's 40. They're 5 gold pieces each, aren't they?
No, they're not.
No. That's 1 gold piece, 3 electrum. 5 electrum is 1 gold.
5 electrum is 1 gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
it's
about
not that much.
that's 10, 11, 30. It's about 35, 40 gold.
Yeah. That's a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
40 gold is still quite
40
a
gold is a
substantial
huge
chunk.
amount. Yeah. But yeah, I'd just say me and the lads had a whip round and drop off this.
The rest of the group, by the way, do not know that Stu's given away this much money to
Does he have to make a perception check?
Charity. But
Perception check.
Lemura beams
Isn't
at
that
you.
just his own money he's given away?
Yeah.
It is his own money. It's not yours, but you know. But maybe some people might think it could be put to better use, but whatever. Lemura gives you a big smile, Stuart, and she gives you a big hug. Oh, and thanks. She goes, I can't believe it. She goes, Father Imdar. Look what Soylent has donated. All right. In the meantime, Brad.
Are they not a bit worried of money laundering from Soylent?
Yes, from Stu. Yeah.
I'm cleaning money.
Imdar comes over, Stu.
It's whore money.
One bathhouse donating this amount of money all of a sudden.
You know, Lemura's very excited and she's giving Stu a big hug and she's so pleased, she's beaming. Imdar comes over, looks at Stu, looks at the money, picks it up and starts biting at it to make sure it's real. Sort of, like, looks a bit suspicious. But,
it's been
okay.
Lucky it's not paper, Stu.
Yeah.
Right. In the meantime, Silver, you've gone back. As long as no one stopped you, you've gone back into the storage area, into the cellar. And have approached the cell, which now just contains the barber, who is literally he's now terrified. He's like got his back up into a corner. He's holding his knees up to his chest, and it's like he looks at you with like wide eyes. He's obviously frightened of everything that's going on at the moment. But you walk in and start heading towards him. Blade, you followed. Jesus, you followed. I don't know what the rest of you are doing, but what do you want to chat about, Silver? You're just going to have a chat about the weather and stuff like that.
No, I went with the deputy to look for.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure.
Just in case he finds him. Don't think he will.
And well, Silver starts having a chat with the barber about what lovely weather we're having, and she's
Yeah, I start asking him how he knows Mugra, and I pull out a dagger and start cleaning my nails with the dagger in a suggestive manner.
What, like you're licking your lips at him?
No, not like that.
All right, okay. He's absolutely terrified, Dave. And you're like just standing there calmly, like chatting away. He goes, I don't know him. I've never seen the thing before. I know of him. He's kind of well known in the area, but I don't know him. I don't know him. I've got nothing to do with him.
He was coming here to kill you, so I'm assuming you did.
Me? What have I done? He's like, that terrifies him even more. That the thought of this little
whoever you're working for has sent Mugra to kill you. So you better start telling us what's going on. Otherwise, we can't save you.
That we're here. I mean, obviously, we're going soon. In a little while, so once we've gone, all you're going to have is poor the sheriffs and the constables to try and keep you safe.
You can't leave me here on my own.
Yeah, of course we can. I'm happy to.
Start speaking.
Give us a reason not to. Give us a reason to protect you, because at the moment we don't have any. We have no reason.
Give you a reason to protect me? It's a fucking goblin.
Yeah.
It's come to kill you because you're both working for the same evil master.
Why don't you just go out and kill it?
We don't want to, actually. To be fair, because we'll get round to him eventually. In the meantime, you need to give us a reason to keep you alive.
He's absolutely terrified. Dave, you're being the main one talking. Make an intimidation check, but using what is it? Is it charisma? Yes. Yeah. Making it a charisma intimidation check. Right. Okay. He's panicking. He's very frightened. This seems to be the last straw for him. He's like, he asked, "What do you need? What do you want to know? What do you want to know?"
Who's working for?
It's not working for anyone.
I know everything.
Oh, all right.
That's the right way to say it, David. Well done. Everything.
Right. Let's just say he starts. I think this has been a final straw. Whether this, through these series of misfortunate events, he starts spilling the beans. He starts spilling the beans on the unbelievers. He starts spilling the beans on who's involved in the killings, who did it. It just starts pouring out of him, basically. So basically, Harbuck has now, once he chats to you guys, he's got all the information he needs to know to go forward and put an end to this stuff. Basically, through all the jibber jabber, he admits.
Jibber jabber.
He admits it was him who did the killings. He used I think Reza was the knife used to do it, wasn't it, Dave?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So you're picking your teeth with Reza. His eyes keep flicking to it because he recognises it. He admits to doing the killings. He implicates in the killings. He implicates Maliko as well. She gave the orders. She gave the orders to kill anyone that she thought needed to be taught a lesson and killed. So she's like the mastermind behind it all. Other important members, the other high up member of the believers is Dornan. Although he wasn't involved, he knew of the killings. He wasn't involved in carrying them out or ordering them at all, but he was aware of them. Other guys that are aware of the killings are Grund, you already know, and that's basically it. You get names of the other believers that Harbuck pretty much had already found out, but they're just kind of sideliners. They're like bit players, sort of thing.
Is Harbuck in with them?
No, yeah, Harbuck's come in because he wanted to keep an eye on Silver, basically. So yeah, this guy's like spilling the beans like massively on everyone to save his own skin. Like I said, this series of events has just terrified him. It's like the final.
I think we can interrogate people.
Just needed you to suggest it, then me to carry it out.
but yeah. Harbuck's forgotten about Silver smashing windows for the minute, and he's there listening very intently to what's being said. Basically, he gets everything he needs to know. The most important part is Galkur being the killer, the murderer, Maliko Alberi being really the head honcho and ordering the killings, and also Dornan being another, high up person in the organization, in the cult, as it were, even though he wasn't directly involved in the killings or ordering them. He was heavily involved in everything as well. So that's all been spilled. Harbuck's got all the information he needs to know. He knows exactly who was involved. Basically, it all comes pouring out.
Hey.
Hooray! Excellent, jolly good. Well, what do you mean? Where?
Is she
Are
in
you?
prison?
Well,
I'm not there.
No,
but
no,
I just want.
you're not there. You're not there,
No,
Stu.
I'm not. I know I'm not there, but I just wonder, where is she? Was she in? Is she imprisoned? I forgot.
No. She's just. She hasn't tried to do a runner, but she's still.
Okay.
She's still in Red Larch.
Oh.
Right, Keith, you've been traipsing after Luke, the deputy. He goes round. He gets a couple of the other deputies, and they tells them what's been going on. They ask you whether you can help them, like, spread out and search for the goblin, or if, because he goes, there's not very many of us. If you and your companions could help with searching the surrounding area, it's a large area. Any help would be good.
Just make sure you can all see each other.
Oh, right, okay. Harbuck, in the meantime, says, right, I've got to go and speak to Father Imdar. We're going to be taking Alberi into custody. We're going to be taking Dornan into custody. You, mate, you're staying exactly where you are. He goes, it's not going to go well for you, mate. You know what's coming. Basically, they're going to be held here for a while, and then they're going to be taken to Baldur's Gate to face justice. Dave.
Hello.
Although you've really been enjoying having a chat with Galka,
yeah,
after 10 minutes, you lose interest.
Oh no!
You want to go smash windows again, mate?
Really?
Yep.
Oh, they stack.
Bloody
Can I tell him no? It doesn't say I can't tell him, does it?
Well, what do you want to tell them? You just, the rest of you who are in there, you see Dave, he's chatting away, but interrogating this bloke. All of a sudden, he's just like, sighs, turns round, walks out without a word. Again,
smashing windows.
Well, this Harbuck hasn't noticed her gone. He's too busy fucking talking with the barber and sorting that out. But the other people in there, you see Silver. Suddenly, she, like, again, her shoulders drop, turns round, just wanders out.
I let her go this time. She's made good enough for getting the information. I'm sure that.
Right, okay.
Is still square.
All right. Con, where are you, mate? By the way.
I'm back at the tavern, mate, having some food.
You're just there. You're just having some grab and that with. Right. Okay, cool. Fine. Stu, you come out from having a lovely chat with what's her face? What is her name? I've forgotten her name. Lemura, sorry. You're just saying
face? That's my mum.
You're just saying goodbye to her when there's a sound at the tinkle of smashing glass from across the square, and you can see Silver has now started chucking stones through Walver's wagon works. She's crossed the street, and you can see her picking up stones and throwing stones through people's windows on the other side of the street.
All right, I'm gonna go over.
I think someone needs to restrain her.
All right. Okay. She's just
Steve, you know I've taken damage.
yeah.
Are you sure that doesn't end the spell?
Doesn't not on you. It doesn't, mate.
Well, that's the only thing I think anyway as well. So it's like
You didn't take damage from it, did you?
took a slap to the face, 1 point of damage.
No. From it, not from us.
It says if you or any. Sorry, I'm.
Oh, so what's it? What does it say? Am I
It
cheating?
depends what spell you're on about, because it says
If
the
it's
bottom part
suggestion,
of a spell. If it's suggestion, if you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Yeah, that's his companions, not us.
Yeah, but that's his companion. So
Right, whatever it is, Dave, you still feel
Okay.
you're very
No, that's
strongly
cool.
compelled to continue in your actions, mate.
I shall continue smashing windows then.
Yeah. Right, has any
Yeah, I'm walking up.
right, has anyone got any ideas of how to stop her doing this? Because she's
Yeah,
just
put her in the jail
Strainer.
cell.
Restrainer.
Put her in the jail cell. Come on, Silver, you're gonna have to sit in there for a while.
I walk up with my hands above my head towards Silver. I go, I'm sorry, and then I mind sliver her.
what?
nice. Oh,
What? You're just gonna damage her?
Yeah, I am damaging her.
Yeah, why?
Well, because that's what I thought that damage. Because that's to me, damaging normally stops spells that are mind effects. I don't know.
You'd realise only if it was from the other side, not from your point of
No,
view.
I don't know that. How
Surely
would I
you
know
would
that?
If anyone was to know, you'd
I've got
know.
I've got no suggestion spells whatsoever. So I'm basing it off of my own kind of different types of magic. So I
just do it. Come on,
prefix it by
do it.
saying sorry, and then I mind sliver her.
You're just attacking party members. Is what it seems to be.
Failure.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, that's the save, isn't it? That's a saving roll.
Yeah, she's right. So she takes six psychic damage. And then
just click that. That's minus 1d4 to her next save.
Yeah.
Right, Dave. You're you don't know what's going on, mate, but you're happily just passing the time smashing windows as you do. You can see several people beginning to approach you. Jesus has got his arms up and trying to placate you. The oily little git.
Oi!
Oily little git.
He's sidled up to you. All right, he's showing you his hands. His hands are free and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, only because it's a verbal spell, so I don't have to. It's trickery.
He apologises to you, and as you wonder what the hell he's apologising for, you suddenly get a blinding pain in your head. It's just like, oh Jesus! You're obviously aware it's him. He has attacked you, mate.
Oh,
little help, Jesus, grapple.
I just need to smash these windows.
You got
windows.
You got to stop, Silver.
I kind of just want to stand by and watch this happen now.
All right, will you stop? You're telling her she's got to stop. She just fucking. Unless you want to, do you want to attack him back, Dave?
I'm looking hurt.
Yeah. You don't understand why he's attacked you, but as you're standing there, doesn't seem to stop her. She picks up another stone.
It seems a reasonable thing to do. That's what I need to do.
You're not doing as far as you're not doing anything wrong, Dave. It's like
no, exactly. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I'll just pick up another one and smash another window.
All right. Stone goes through the clothier's window across the street. All right, smash. She's still
Someone
doing
got some strength can subdue her. Otherwise, we're gonna have to kill her.
I grow big and grab her.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Right, do you want to put that effect on yourself then,
Yeah.
Jesus?
I just pressed it on me. I think that works.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Right, okay. Go on then. Grab her. So it's an opposed.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh no. Dave, do you want to make an opposed strength check, or is it? Can you use dexterity to? Or...
I don't know. Can I use dexterity? I'd use dexterity if I could.
Yeah, I think you could use your choice.
It's for a thingy one. I think it might be actually. I think it is on all of them.
Yeah, or you can contest it with a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check. Dave.
Yep. All right. I'll do that. I'll do the acrobatics.
Right, you need to beat a 9.
Ah.
Right, okay. It stops her from chucking stones around, but she dances out of your reach. Right, you lot have seen like you'll stand back in surprise at it, or as Jesus like mumbles again. So these runes on his pants and mask flare, and you see him just begin to expand and grow in size. The worrying thing is that his pants don't quite. They do expand and grow in size with him, but not quite enough. So it's like it's got like a thong on now, which is very disturbing. Very disturbing. Awfully disturbing. And then he tries to grab hold of you, Silver. You dance out of the way.
Yep. I just flap my wings and fly out the way a little bit. I'll stay grounded though, because that's where all the stones are.
Yeah.
And I pick up another stone.
Well, to do that, you have to come down. Right, you see, she begins to fly away, gents, but then she comes back down. She's coming back down to grab another rock that she's seen across the street. This is your chance again. Anyone who wants to try and grab her?
I'll grab her as soon as I can.
Go on, Jesus.
Hold on, I'm gonna use my bonus action to do my other thing as well. Just use it all.
Hang on, what's that? No, you've already got that one on.
Oh no, I've already got one on. I think I've double clicked it, like because that's it should be the other button I'm pressing.
Go on then.
It should be that button I'm pressing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then again.
We need to put her in the jail cell, don't we? Lock her in a room somewhere.
That's
oh, all right. It's coming. It's coming at you again.
That should be 24. That did the 2.
No, it's not the
It should be plus an extra 2 for the thing I did.
Hang on, mate. Well, I'll have a look at that in a minute.
It don't matter. You got me this time.
You've got hold of her, mate.
Okay, you've got hold of her. Through the door where I wanted to take her to the jail now. I guess I can squeeze. My aim is to take her to the jail.
All right. Okay.
And I'm not hurting you. Just going to put you in here until you calm down. Windows going to get in trouble.
Dave, are you
Have I still got a stone in my hand?
Yes.
I'm going to launch it.
What, at a random window, yeah?
At a random window, yeah.
I'll tell you what, because you're being grappled and all the rest of it, actually make a hit roll on this one, Dave.
Right.
At disadvantage.
I'll just roll a disadvantage. I don't know what I'm rolling.
Yeah, just make a thrown attack roll, fucking disadvantage or whatever.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
If you roll a 1, you hit Soylent in the head.
I'll just.
What?
Shall I do it as throwing a dagger or?
Yeah, mate. Go on. No, it's a great. Even as you've got hold of her, Jesus, you're trying to bundle her away. She's like you've got hold of her wings, sort of thing. You're trying to be really careful and gentle. It's like, oh my God, you really don't want to be manhandling this woman. Even as you're doing that, she's spinning around in your grasp. She manages to launch this final stone she's got, and there's another tinkle of glass as it smashes another window across the street. You can see the clothier, but he's come out. He's like, fucking, what? He's blustering and demanding to know what's going on. You begin to like fucking drag her. You obviously got hold of her. You begin to drag her like across the street towards towards where the cells are.
Yeah.
Dave, you gonna? You haven't got any more stones in your
I
hand.
do have a dagger though that I can draw, don't I?
You've got daggers, yeah. Are you just gonna? You're not gonna try and escape. You're just gonna still try and chuck stuff, yeah.
The suggestion was, I'm assuming, was just to smash windows.
Yes.
Oh, and then there are any windows that I can see within range of my daggers?
Well, there's Harbuck's. Harbuck's got a few more windows, as you
Let's go to one of those then.
Go on then. Just at disadvantage.
I try and gust it out of the air as well.
Oh, okay. She's missed this time. So yeah, everyone's following along in procession behind you, fucking blowing wind at you and all sorts of stuff. It's like, let me But eventually, you get her back into the storage chamber. Harbuck's like following on. He's opened up the cell. He goes, look, get her in there. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's gonna have to cool off. She's gonna have to cool off for the rest of the day, definitely. So go on, get her in there. You put her in. Excuse me. He locks the door.
Can I see any windows from where I am?
No.
No windows looking out, or
does anyone wear glasses? No, it's underground.
When ringing.
Okay.
It's underground. Right. Yes, it's Silver. With anything better, you can't. Well, at the moment, you can't get out. So Harbuck asks. He goes for your weapons and your pack.
No more windows.
Yeah.
I'll give
he goes, listen, I'm sorry, but we can't have you going around doing that. I don't know what the hell's got into you, but I'm going to have to take. If I can take your weapons and your pack, please. You keep your clothes, you can keep your armor and all that. I won't ask you to undress.
Cool. Thank you. I don't know why. I just feel the need to smash those windows. I need to smash some windows. That's all. It's nothing against anyone.
Now you can't see it. Now you can't see any, Dave. It's just like the compulsion is a little bit less, but you still want to get out there, mate.
I still think there are some windows out there that aren't smashed.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that you can't. It's a shame you can't get out there. But you understand why they want to put you in here, mate.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Cool. Right. Eventually, Silver is subdued, carted off to the cells, and put in the cell with a barber who's absolutely he doesn't know what's his life has taken.
Talk to him as well.
No, you're not. No.
Okay.
No. You don't like him. You think he's a horrible little shit. He's obviously a murderer as well, Silver. So obviously deserves what's coming to him.
Oh yeah.
I asked Harbuck if I can go in the cell as well, just to keep peace.
Right. Okay. So. Right.
So are you in the cell with me? Did you say?
No, I said, can I go in the cell as well? Can I ask Harbuck if I can go in the cell as well to keep peace?
Oh, really? He goes, well.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got nothing better to do for today.
He goes, have you returned to normal size, Brad? I would imagine, yeah.
I only lost a minute, so
yeah,
about now, yeah.
He goes, you can if you want, but I can't have you in there armed. You've got to relinquish equipment and your arms.
You're gonna need to go and get a lot of bags for this, and I just start dumping tons and tons of weapons on the floor.
It's like, yeah. All right, okay.
2 axes, 4 thingies, a pike.
He goes, listen, we'll store all these up in the corner for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. He goes, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave this little lady to cool off for the rest of the day and the night. Okay, so you'll be. You can come
That's
out any
fine.
time, mate. But she's staying in here the rest of the day and the night as well.
It's
And
good.
then,
You have someone to talk to there.
she can have a good think about what she's done.
I'm going to
Right.
go and lay down and go to sleep then.
All right, mate. All right.
Or pretend to go to sleep.
Yeah, you're not that tired. But, yeah, you just
No,
go
I know,
rest.
I know, but
All right.
there's a reason.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well,
I'm going to go and find a glacier. Or glazier. Yeah, the latter, not the former.
yeah. Right. Harbuck shaking his head. But for the next couple of hours, Keith, you sort of like get a bit of a posse together, and you and the deputies circle round the town. You don't really think you have any hope of fucking coming across it. It could be anywhere, mate. It could be anywhere. But you give a good circle of the town. You see no sign of him or any other sort of like mad activity. So you're fairly you think you've done a good job. You don't see him anywhere. Harbuck goes and takes several other people into custody, namely the two old gits, Alberi and Dornan. And the cell's getting quite crowded. There's now 5 people. There's now 5 people in the cells, all crowded in there. Look,
Did they leave me my castanets?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can have your castanets if you want. Jesus is entertaining the prisoners with a dance and a song. Harbuck and the deputies can't believe they're like shaking their heads. It's like this cell wasn't fucking designed for this many people. Right. The rest of the day, you get fed while you're in the cell, Dave. But you're going to be in there all day, the rest of the day, and all night.
Okay.
There's no other sign of Mugra throughout the day. And after you've had your tea, Dave, after you had your dinner,
yeah,
you kind of feel more of your old self.
Okay, what completely?
Yeah, you don't
need to smash anything.
Yeah, you don't feel, in actual fact, you feel a bit ashamed of yourself. Oh fucking hell, what have I done? It's like, yeah, but that.
I can't wait to cast on him again tomorrow.
Yeah, the compulsion to misbehave seems to have faded somewhat.
Okay.
Right, Chris, you finished making the potion.
Thanks, mate. Does everyone come back and fill us in with what happened?
And then the everyone else has finished what they wanted to do for the rest of the day. There's no other there's no more madness going on. Right.
Stuart sparing monkeys.
He is.
I've wandered round to the jail and like through the windows above or whatever if they're in the basement, and I'm singing "I'm a believer."
Once they fill us in about the what happened with the goblin person,
yeah.
I'm going to say to him, did he have any sort of belongings on him when he left?
No, rags.
No. He was just dressed in some like ragged clothing, mate.
That's what he was before, weren't he? So
yeah, he wasn't armed. Harbuck said when he came to him, when he gave himself up, he wasn't armed or armoured in any way, shape, or form.
Sure.
Soylent told me he was in plate mail, and that's why he couldn't hit him.
Yeah, he was.
There was
that's what the story told.
There was certainly something odd about it, because Stu, a couple of times, your shot was very poor, but when you favored when you used your ability favored by the gods, you were pretty sure that you should have been able to fucking hit some little fucker cowering in the corner, but somehow it missed him. So, and also Phil, when you hit him with the blast, you know, normally like a goblin, something like that would have really hurt. That would have hurt him quite significantly. He didn't even look fucking touched, mate. He barely looked touched. He just shrugged it off as if it was nothing. So that, yeah, there's something very odd.
We still don't know why he was there.
Exactly. Was that something?
But
why not just come in at night if he wants to get someone?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's something to get someone. I think it was fearful of something else more powerful. That
No, I don't. I think he was scouting.
Yeah.
I
think he was hoping to be in prison with someone else.
Exactly. This. Angel, I think you got it right. I think if he's not doing the face stepping like I do, and he's teleporting, he knows where to come back to now because he was led to this location. So could it be that if all the believers are all stuck in a jail,
if he's teleporting, he would just kill us all?
If it was a bigger plan.
I don't think he's after us. I think we're just an inconvenience to him.
I don't think it's anything to do with us. I think he's afraid of something else that he should have done a job for, and now he hasn't, and he needs to hide somewhere, and we're better to hide than the middle of town.
But why? I only spoke to him. I spoke to him in the infernal tongue, and then that triggered him off.
There's no way, Stu. This is the other thing. There's no way
a normal goblin would be.
A goblin, right, would know that. There's something very, very odd.
Yeah, that's why I did it because I thought he was a demon-y type person before, rather than a goblin. That's why I spoke in infernal.
Am I back with everyone now?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. As long as no one else wants to mess about or do anything, we take the long rest and everyone's back. Let's just there you go, rest.
Cool.
Yeah, everyone's taking a long rest.
Oh, dear me.
Right. Okay. Jesus, do you spend the night in the cell as well?
Yeah, because they come back.
And everyone, yeah.
And find back weapons.
Yeah, everyone has a restful night. The guys in the cells, not really. It's not very comfortable, and the whimpering from the others, you sort of like disturbs you a couple of times. But apart from that, Harbuck comes down in the morning, lets Jesus out. It's like he goes to you, Silver. Like, are you going to behave yourself now?
Yes.
Yeah?
I have no urge to smash any windows.
He goes, what?
I tell that
urge. What do you mean?
He was under a spell. I think the goblins cast a spell on him. That's why. On her. That's what he was doing.
He was casting something in a language that you guys don't understand. Myself and Soylent understand it. He cast a spell, and the last thing I remember was them wanting to smash the windows. All of the windows, everything, every window I could find.
Okay, he looks a little suspicious. He goes, right, okay, out you come. Go join your mates. But
I do apologise. If you tell me the cost of the repairs, I'll pay them for.
I got a glazier like yesterday.
No, you haven't managed to find a glazier, Stu.
Oh, that's what I was looking for yesterday.
You've had they haven't got a glazier in town, but they've got a carpenter who's come up and boarded up some of the windows and stuff like that. But it doesn't look particularly cheery, but yeah, they get that sorted in the end. All right, okay, you're free to go, but I've got my eye on you. Don't do it again.
I'll keep my eye on
He says to you, Jesus, as usually, he goes, I'm relying on you. Keep her under control, mate. Yeah.
I can keep anyone under control. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. Off you go. Right, you'll all meet back up. You're back in the swinging sword. Silver comes in for breakfast, looking a bit sheepish. It's like,
That was fun.
everyone's there. You're all good to go. Oh, hang on. What's this question, Chris? When we first met, did he have? As far as when you first met him, Chris, he was just like he was like you just thought he was like a goblin bandit. He was with his mate, the big half ogre, if you remember,
Yeah.
out by that tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the little girl was saying she had seen a ghost.
Okay.
So you didn't actually see him. You didn't see him for long. So you didn't pick out loads of details. But he just looked like he wasn't in rags, and he was armored like in something like leather or something like a bandit, and he was armed with a fucking little short sword and shit like that.
Sure.
But,
so nothing unique, just that basically. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't notice anything overly odd about him at the time. Like I said, you didn't see him for long, apart from when his eyes glowed really funny. His teeth started pushing out of his mouth, and then he vanished from sight. That was very odd behaviour. So,
all right, cheers,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
All right. So what's the plans after all that?
Are we going back, or should we look for this goblin dude?
Head back to the spire.
Yeah.
Got some people to throw off of a building. That's
without hippogriffs.
Well, actually, I just need to make sure, because you lot would have had several long rests by the time you even got to town, weren't you? Is everyone on full hit dice and stuff? Yeah, everyone's on. Yeah, all right, that's cool.
I just need my spell.
You what, mate?
I just need my spell.
Oh, yes. Prestigitation, yes, Joe?
Yes, mate, please. Thank you very much.
Hang on.
Very important.
It's very important. Very important for a man of culture while wandering the harsh environments.
Have I spelt that wrong? Crest. There it is. There we are, Joe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, okay.
How do I cast it?
Well, you don't. You just don't.
I just say it. Okay.
Yeah, you can use it for so many other different things, can't you? There's no. Right, so everyone should have all their abilities reset and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
right,
it.
okay.
I can do my PowerPoints now.
Right, okay, come on in. What's going on? Back to the. You're heading back to the spire, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, okay. Now this time you're going to head actually up on the top of the gorge, because you don't want to head back into the fucking Cyan Valley and be stuck down at the bottom. Okay, all right, fair enough. Right, okay. When do you want to approach it? So you've got all the time in the world. You're not being bothered by anyone. You've got a couple of days journey.
Is there a way to go off the map, like way west, and then go north, and then come back in east again to come in, as such? So we're not anywhere near. So we're not just coming in onto the Cyan Valley map and going above V7 and going straight up and skirting the edge, like kind of come at Feathergate Spire from as far.
You can only come at you can really only come at Feathergate Spire from the south, following the top of the cliffs, as it were.
Oh right, okay.
Or from you're coming from the east. There's actually an old abandoned road from the east that leads up into the hills that eventually reaches the spire. It's not used anymore. But yeah, you either come at it from the south.
Should we do that then?
Following the gorge, following the Cyan Valley, or you can just come at it along the old road. travelling in an easterly direction.
Yeah, I think that way, but I asked the others.
Either way, there's not a great. They're gonna they're gonna see you coming.
Spotted.
Yeah. You think it'll be extremely difficult to like get anywhere near it without being seen. But obviously,
I was gonna say, why don't we try and get ourselves invited as guests? Because we obviously think we're friends, and then we can sort of jump them when we get in there.
Because at the moment, I'm saying you're on your way. So if you want to formulate any sorts of plans or any sorts of discussions or what's going on, that's fine. If you want to approach it during the day, if you want to, just say your guests of Henry or whatever, you can do that. If you want to try and sneak in at night or do a frontal assault, it's up to you, mate.
Yeah.
Just let me know.
I know. Also, we've got to plan. What do we do if Henry comes and finds us before we get there? We're gonna have to.
You've got 2 days travel to have a think and work it out. It's up to you.
I've got no plans whatsoever. I can't think of anything because it's going to be annoying to get. If that drawbridge is open, we can't get across the spire unless Silver flies over and it somehow allows us to activate the mechanisms, drop this.
I can get in without foul. If we need to get in on the stealth, I can get in and drop the drawbridge if needed. If we're going to do it stealthily, but we're not going to get there without being seen, are we? So
I can go with you as well.
So if we make our way there, we may get invited in.
Yeah. Try that first.
Yeah, and the other question is: are we treating them as immediately hostile, or we got to go through the whole conversation nonsense?
Well, I was wondering
nonsense. Well, to be fair,
there's been far too much talk in this session. Yeah.
There has.
To be fair, we don't know, apart from the fact that there's dead bodies on the floor that look like they've been chucked from the spire.
And
it might not be.
Don't know it's them yet.
Exactly.
It also might not be all of them. There might be one of them that's bad. There might be one of them that's hiding undercover in there. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it sounds like you're going to have a chat with them then, which is not ideal if you're sneaking in.
Exactly.
So you've got to decide whether we're hostile or not before we get there. And maybe we should just go and.
The only ones that you've actually met are Henry and Bunty. And Henry seems he seemed quite happy. He wasn't worried about coming on his own into you lot. He seemed genuinely pleased to see you. He seemed a nice bloke before, but obviously there's something very odd going on around that area. But trying to do a frontal assault on it,
it's not going to happen
during the day. Is if they've got that drawbridge up, you see there's no way of you lot getting at it really. From what you've seen, you've either got to go under cover of darkness or have someone sneak inside, have a little Trojan horse type, plan to lower the drawbridge from the inside or whatever. But
and have we actually looked at these bodies? I can't remember that the bottom of the spire.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah,
one of them wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of them part of? Is it Jesus' brother's retinue or something?
Yeah, a bit of a guards from there.
Yeah,
guards.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Hostile then, surely. But throwing Bradley's brother off the cliff.
Yeah, I mean, your brother wasn't a particularly bad person, was he? He wasn't like evil.
It wasn't Jesus' brother. And his brother.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Is that who the main villain is? Jesus' brother's campaign villain.
Yeah, in a mad twist.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I've solved it.
Evil lair.
Bradley's a mole.
No one wants to mention Jesus' brother really, because for poor old Jesus, it's not looking good for his brother at the moment, from what everyone can see.
All right. Let's just go and see what happens. Then. If we can meet them and get in there as friends, then we should try that. And if we get close at night, then maybe we should try and sneak in.
All right. Okay. Sure.
I do think they're probably going to. Once we get close, we have to travel at night, I reckon, because they'll fly around and spot us.
I'm just walking along and cleaning myself every 10 feet or so.
Oh dear.
I try to get my foot in your vision so you can clean my feet as well.
This road is far too dusty. Clean.
Right. So, are you going to approach during the day? Are you just going to like walk up to it? Because as you're getting closer to the last day's travel, you can you know every now and then you see like their you see the hippogriffs off in the distance, like riding around. You know, so before you actually even see the spire, you can see some of the riders like miles ahead. I kind of need to know whether you're going to go up to there at day. Are you going to go up at night?
I think we need to go up in night time. Otherwise, we're just going to get spotted.
I thought we were going to try and get in on hospitality alone.
Because we're not against them. We're not trying to fight them yet, are we?
Yeah, being the operative word.
Well, there's two plans, aren't there? One plan is that you go in the day and be friends, but then what are you going to do if they don't let you in? And then the other one is you go at night time and then try and get the drawbridge down and try and get in.
Which is openly hostile.
I think we go friendly and insist that the bodies at the back mean that we need to be invited in.
For them to explain themselves.
Yeah. But then you're going to lose your chance to do the drawbridge because they'll be on heightened alert, won't they? If they say, we're not going to parley with you, and they fly off or they attack, then that's the end of that attack, isn't it? But that's fine. I don't mind, really. I'm just saying.
We may end up having to resort to exactly the same method after that. That's what we would have done before that.
And also, what chance have you got of surviving in this open ground, getting back, because they just shoot us from 400 metres up in the air?
We would just shoot them back, though, to be fair.
Yeah, there's only a few people who've got ranged weapons, haven't they? If they stayed at, whatever, 450 metres up.
But their chance of hitting us is just as bad as our chances of hitting them, so...
Okay, all right, we'll do the daytime one.
Yeah, you're going to do daytime approach, yeah?
Let's go be friends.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Otherwise, we need to do it all at night, don't we? We need to do all the movement.
Yeah, we do. We'd have to do 2 night travel and then try and get into the building and uncover them with their guard down. And if it's all innocent, then we've got a reason why we did that, because we suspected that they were all murderers.
Right. Okay. So I'm taking it as you're going to head in during the day, as if everything's fine and dandy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Cool. That's fine. Right, I'll just tuck in. There's little descriptions for you.
If you get time, can you put a longbow in as a pack weapon as well?
Will, mate.
Just in case we need to do long range shooting.
And a ballista.
Yeah.
And a
trebuchet. One of those rifles.
So we can aerially
sand missiles.
A trebuchet to aerially bombard the spire from the other side.
Right. Okay. As you make your final approach there, it's obvious that they've seen you coming, because as usual, once again, you get a couple of hippogriffs. There's always creatures flying, pretty much solidly. around the top of the spire, around the top of the tower. And as you approach, you're making no effort to conceal yourselves or anything like that at all. And now you're on high ground, and out of the mist and low clouds of the Seine Valley, you've got a great view of the hills all around you. You must be able to see for absolutely miles around. It's a great spot to keep an eye on things from the top of the tower. Excuse me. So you've obviously been spotted. You knew it was going to be a real hard ask to try and like sneak in. So you make no pretense of that. You just head. You pick up the old road and you start to follow that towards the tower. Again, a couple of riders from the spire. They like peel off as you approach, and like do a slow circle of you. They don't make any form of aggressive move at all. It's not Henry, so it's not anyone you've come across before. But as they pass you by, the rider, as he circles you, like raises his arm in greeting, and urges you on towards the tower before flying back to join his mates. You get to the entrance. The drawbridge at the moment they've lowered it. It's lowered, and as you approach, there's a couple of figures on the far side of the drawbridge on your side, and you recognise them. It's like Henry and his bird. There's a couple of other guards also there, standing on the other side of the drawbridge at the actual entrance into the tower itself. Henry waves and beams a big smile as you come up. It's like, oh, this is marvelous. I'm so glad you chose to come and visit us. This is brilliant. Let me send someone ahead and let the boss know that you've arrived. Please come in. You're welcome to come in.
In we go then.
Yeah. Okay.
I whisper to these like, boss, as we're walking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's mentioned the guy before. It's a guy called Earl Maroska, who was quite a famous griffin rider from Baldur's Gate. Oh no, or Neverwinter. One of those. I've forgotten which one. But he's quite a face, a bit like Jesus and Blade are a bit of a face from where they are, from Mirabar. This Thel Maroska bloke, he's a bit of a face. He used to be a griffin rider and race griffins.
A fellow champion
before retirement. So he's quite a face. He's quite a well-known bloke. It's not as if he's some unknown evil mastermind that is living in the tower sort of thing. But all right, okay. At Henry and Bunty's behest, it's like, okay, Henry seems well excited to see you. You gingerly make your way across the drawbridge. Again, there's no sides to it, and like on either side as you're going across the drawbridge, it is a dizzying drop. It is an absolutely dizzying drop from this fucking tower down into the Seine Valley below.
How wide is it?
The drawbridge is 20. Oh, hang on. Not very wide at all, mate. Hang on. It's actually 10 feet wide. It's 10 feet wide.
Fuck that. I scuttle across on my hands and feet. I literally get down on my hands and knees and scuttle across.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good with heights.
I'll get on your back.
Get out! We're gonna fall!
It's too slow. one of the other guards who's by the actual entrance into the tower itself, as he sees this, Joe, they come out and go, "Are you okay? Does anyone need help?"
No, I think he's just being a bit rude.
It's no problem. It is quite scary for those who are a bit scared of heights or anything. It's not nice. Please, and they come and help. They come and help you in, Stu.
Right.
So and take you in. All right, gents. We're going to leave it there, dudes. I know it's early, but we're gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Cool.
I might actually do a bit of out of game bits and pieces, but via email and messaging if that's all right. And we'll do some scene setting and some bits and pieces outside of the actual session itself. All right.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. All right, cool.
Yep.
I think in 2 weeks' time there's no game because it is my son's birthday and my mum's 80th birthday.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay.
So there's nothing happening in 2 weeks. So it's at least 4 weeks from now, mate. Everyone, we get together.